A Bard's Epitaph by Robert Burns. As where women's white fool, or fast for ford, or hot for rule, or blade to seek, or proud to snool, let him draw near. Or his grassy heaps sing dull and trappeteer. As a bard of rustic song, who doubtless steals the crowds among, and weakly this area throng, or pass not by, but with a freighter feeling strong, here have a sigh. As a man whose judgment clear can others teach the course to steer, yet runs himself life's mad career, wild as the wave, here paused, and through the starting tear survey his grave. The poor inhabitant below was quick to learn and wise to know, and nearly felt the friendly glow and softer flame, but thoughtless follies laid him low and stained his name. Reader, attend whether thy soul soars fancy's flights beyond the pole, or darkling grubs this earthly hole, and now pursued, and now prudent, cautious, self-controlled as wisdom's root. A Borderlander Friend by Robert Burns. There's none that's blessed of humankind but a cheerful and the gay man. Here's a Borderlander honest friend, but what you wish for mair, man? What canst before his life may end, what a shame may be your care, man? I catch the moments as they fly and use them as your order, man. Believe me, happiness is shy, comes with eye and sword, man. A Fond Kiss by Robert Burns. A fond kiss and very ziver, hath a well and then forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears are pledgery, wrung sighs and groans a witchery. Who shall say it fortune grieves him, whilst now of hope she leaves him? Many a cheerful twinkle lights me, like despair round benighs me. Never blame my partial fancy, nothing could resist my Nancy. But to see her was to love her, laugh but her, and laugh for ever. Have you never laughed so kindly, have you never laughed so blindly? Never met, or never parted, and have been broken-hearted. Farewell, of first and fairest. Farewell, O blessed and dearest. Find me like a joy of treasure, peace, enjoyment, laugh, and pleasure. A fond kiss and a silver, a farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears a pledgery, wrung sighs and groans a witchery. A Mother's Lament for a Son's Death by Robert Burns. Fate gave a word, the air was sped, and pierced my darling's heart. With him all the joys have fled, life came to me in part. Her cool hands were sapling drops, and dust is honoured laid, so for the pride of all my hopes my age future shade. The mother linnet in the brake reveals the ravished young, so I, for my lost darling's sake, lament the life day long. Death, oft I feared the fatal blow, now, fond I bear my breast. Oh, do thou kindly lay me low, with my love and rest. A Prayer in the Prospect of Death by Robert Burns. Of woe unknown almighty cause, all my hope and fear, no dread presence ere an hour perhaps I must appear. For I have wandered in those paths, or life I ought to shun, as something loudly in my breast remonstrates I have done. For knows that thou hast formed me with passions wild and strong, and listened to thy witching voice has often led me wrong. Where human weakness has come short, or frailty stepped aside, do thou, O God, for such for art, shades of darkness hide. Where with intention I have erred, neither plate I have, but thou art good, and goodness dear delighteth to forgive. A Prayer under the Pressure of Violent Anguish by Robert Burns. O thou great being, what thou art, surpasses me to know, yet sure I am that known to thee are all thy works below. The creature here before me stands, all wretched and distressed, yet sure was ills that wring my soul obey the high behest. Sure thou Almighty canst not act from cruelty or wrath, or free my very eyes from tears, or close them fast in death. But if I must afflicted be to suit some wise design, then man my soul the firm resolves, to bear and not repine. A Red, Red Rose by Robert Burns. My loof's like a red, red rose, a newly sprung in June, our loof's like the melody that's sweetly played and hewn. As fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in loof am I, like the loof be still, my dear, till the seas can dry. The seas can dry, my dear, and rocks melt wie the sun, and the loof be still, my dear, where the sands of life shall run. And fare thee well, my only loof, and fare thee well a while. I will come again, my loof, though it were 10,000 mile. A Rosebud by my early walk by Robert Burns. A rosebud by my early walk, adown a crown and closed walk, sat gently bent its thorny stalk, all on a dewy morning. Twice the shades or dawn are fled, and its crimson glow is spread, and dropping rich the dewy head, it scans the early morning. Within the bush a covered nest, little linnet fondly pressed, the dew sat chilly on her breast, so early in the morning. She soon shall see her tender bird, the pride, the pleasure, o'er the wood, among the fresh green leaves bedewed, awake the early morning. So vow, dear bird, young Jenny fair, on trembling string of vocal air, shall sweetly pay with tender care the tense by early morning. So vow, sweet rosebud, young and gay, shall beauteous blaze upon the day, and bless the parents' evening ray, and watch the early morning. A Vision by Robert Burns. As I stood by yon roofless tower, her wherefore scans the dewy air, her howled morns in her ivy bower, and as the midnight moon her care. The winds were late, the air was still, the stars were shot along the sky, fox was howling on the hill, with distant echo in Glenn's reply. The stream adown in hazy path was washing where the ruin was, hastening to join the sweeping nymph, as distance the roaring swells and fast. The cloud by north was streaming forth, lights were hissing on din, and with the lift they start and shift, like fortune's favours tint as wind. By heedless chance I turned mine eyes, and when the moonbeam shocked to see, a stern and stalwart gazed their eyes, at had as minstrels wanted to be. Thy statue being, O Stain, its daring look had daunted me, and was bonnet graved was plain with scarecrow poesy, liberty. And Freya's harp's sick strains did flow, might rouse the slumbering dead to hear, but it was the tale of woe as ever met the Briton's ear. As sang with joy as former day, he, weeping, wailed his later times. What he said, it was in a play, and ventured in my rhymes.
A Winter Night by Robert Burns. When biting burrs fell and lower, sharp shivers through the leafless bower, through blue skies a short-lived glower, far south a lift, dim darkened through with flaky shower or wailing drift. A night with storm the stepless rocked, poor labour sweet and sleep was locked, while Burns we swain reps of chocked, wild eddying swell, of ford the miming outlet booked, downhill down hurl, listening the doors and winking rattle. I fought me on rural cattle, or silly sheep, or biteless brattle, or winter war, and through the drift deep lavings brattle beneath a scar. Elk, happening bird, wee helpless thing, that in the merry months of spring delighted me to hear the sing. What comes, O we? Why will thou cover the chattering ring, and close the even your morning annual toil, lone from your savage home exile, the blood-stained roost and sheepcote spoiled, my heart forgets why peddless tempest wild saw on your beats. No phobe in the midnight rain, dark muffled view the dreary plain. Still crowding thoughts of pensive train rouse in my soul, when on my ear this plaintive strain. Slow, solemn, slow. Blow, blow, you winds with heavier gust, and freeze for bitter biting frost. Descan, ye chilly smothering snow, not all your rage is now united shows. More heart and kindness unrelenting, than for malice unrepenting. When heaven illuminating, man on brother man bestow, see stern oppression's iron grip, or made ambition's gory hand. Sending like bloodhounds from the slip, woe, wonder, murder over land, even the peaceful rural rail, truth, weeping, tells the mournful tale, how pampers luxury, flattery by his side. The parasite poisoning her ear, with all the several riches in the rear, looks o'er proud property extended wide, and eyes the simple rustic hind, whose toil upholds the glittering show, a creature of another kind, some cause or substance unrefined, placed for lawly use thus far, must while below. Where is love found tender throw, with gnawly honor love brow? The powers to proudly own is where beneath love's noble name, can harbor dark or selfish aim, to bless himself alone. Like a maiden innocent a prey to love pretending snares, with boasted honors turns away, shunning soft pity rising sway. Regardless of her tears and unavailing prayers, perhaps with hour is Mary's credit nest. She strains your infant to a joyous breast, and with her mother's fears shrinks at a rocking blast. Oh yeah, who, silent beds of dawn, fail not a want, but want yourselves create. Think for a moment on this wretching fate, whom friends and fortune quite disown. A satisfied keen nature, calm as cold, stretching on the straw, he lays himself to sleep, while through the wrecked roof and chinky wall, sure as slumber piles a drifty heap. Think on the dungeon's grim confine, where guilt and poor misfortune pine. Guilt, erring man, relenting view, but shall the legal rage pursue the wretch already crushed low, the cruel faultless undeserved blow? Affliction, sons or brothers in distress, a brother to relieve, exquisite the bliss. I heard na meer for chanty clear, shock of a powerful snow, and hailing in the morning with cheer, a cottage rose and crow. But deep this truth impressed my mind, through all his works abroad, the heart benevolent and kind, the most resembled God.
Address of Beelzebub by Robert Burns. Long life, my lord, and health be yours, unscathed by hungered Highland boors. Lord, grant me nigh daddy, despaired beggar, we dark claim on rusty trigger, made when old Scotland though alive, she likes his butchers like a knife. Faith and apple cross were right, to keep the Highland hounds in sight. Adopt now, they were to beat na better, when let them uns it over water, when up among the lakes and seas, the mugwort ruins and laws to please. Some day an Hank or Cor, a Franklin, may set the Highland builder rankling. Some Washington again may heed them, or some Montgomery fearless lead them, who God knows what may be affected when with such heads and hearts directed, poor dungeon sons of dirt and mire, made patrician rights aspire. Nae sage nor for now, nor Saga Sackville to watch and premier of a Peckwell, and Warble yet house and Clintons to bring into right repentance, to cover rebel generation and save the honours of a nation. When end bid what right had they to meet us sleep or light or day. Father's riches, power of freedom, but what your lordship likes to give them. But here, my lord, again re-hear, your hands are allied to them, I fear. Affectors, grievous, trustees, and bailies, I cannot say but away to galleys. They lay aside the tender mercies and turn the hellions to the burses, yet while their only point and Harriet will keep her step on Highland spirit, but smash them, crash them, Altho's bales, and drop the divers evil jails. The young dogs swing them to the boor, let work and hunger make them sober, the hissies, if their oldlings Thomson. Let them in Drury Lane be lessened, if wives and dirty brats come begging at your doors and yet, fleven with youths and grey with bees, frighten away your ducks and geese. A horsewhip or cowler the longest thong, the fiercest growler, and governed at the gypsies beg, fear their bastards on their back. Go on, my lord, I lang to meet you, my house at hem to greet you. We come and lords ye shanna mink, the bannist noik beside the ink. Right hand assigned your seat, twin heroes hip and polycrate. Or if you're on your station thorough between a Magara and Pizzawa a seat, I'm sure you're well deserved, until ye come your humble servant, Beelzebub. Address spoken by Miss Fontenelle on her benefit night, by Robert Burns. Still anxious to secure your partial favour, and not less anxious, sure of a night than ever, a prologue, epilogue, or some such matter, than my bill, said I, for nothing better. Saw the poet roosted near the skies, told him I came to feast my curious eyes. Said that nothing like his works was ever printed, and last, the prologue business is silly hinted. Ma'am, tell me, let you, quoth man of rhymes, I know you bend these are no laughing times. Can you but miss, I own I have my fears, dissolve pause and sentimental tears. Flame sighs and solemn rounded sentence, roused from his sluggish slumbers with repentance, pained vengeance as he takes his horrid stand, waving on high the desolating brand, that calling the storms to bear our guilty land. I could no more as cans the creature eyeing, and I the things that I, his face was made for crying. I laugh with a pose nay more, the world shall know it, and so your servant, gloomy master poet. Firm is my creed, sirs, tis my fixed belief, that misery's another word for grief. Also think so may I be a bride, that so much love or so much life enjoyed. For men of crazy care and ceaseless sigh, still in the bleak misfortune's blasting eye, doomed to that sore task of man alive, to make Virginia do the work of five. Love misfortune's face, the beyond which, say you'll be merry, woe you can't be rich. Other men of care, wretch and love, who long with shields and arts have strove, who as the bows attemptingly project, measures in desperate thought a rope by neck, or where the beetling cliff or hang the deep, prayers to meditate the healing leap. Wouldst to be curled for selling mobbing elf, laugh at their follies, love e'en and myself, learn to despise was thrown now so terrific, and love a kind of it's your grand specific. To sum up all, be merry, I advise, as we're merry, may we still be wise. Address to a Haggis by Robert Burns. Therefore your honest sonsy face, great chieftain over pudding grace, upon them ye tak your place, painted with the arm, will ye world your graces langs my arm. A groaning trencher where ye fell, your heart is like a distant hill, your pen would help to mend the bell in time of need, while through your pour for devil distils like amber bead. Snipes your rustic labour ditch, and cut you up with ready sledge, trenching your gushing entrance bridge like Orny ditch, and then what a glorious sit warm wrecking ridge. When horn for horn they stretch and strive, they take the hinmaster and they drive, till their wild scafts kids believe are bent like drums, and old gilman makes like to rive beneath things hums. Is with it Awa, his French are good, all over what stores though of Ricaste, what Meg, spoof of perfect scanner, looks down with sneering scornful view and sick dinner. Poeder will see him Awa his trash, as feckless as a withered rash, his spindle shank a kid whiplash, his nevy yet knit, through bloody flood of fear to dish a hot unfit. Mark rustic, Haggis fed, trembling earth resounds his fret, clap in his belly neath a blade, he'll make it whistle, and legs and arms and heads will sneed like traps of frizzle. A powers of mankind your care, and dish him out the bill of fare, out Scotland once na shinking ware, with yaps and luggies. But if you wish to grateful prayer, gie her a Haggis. Address to Edinburgh by Robert Burns. Edina, Scotia's darling seat, all hail their palaces and towers. The once beneath a monarch's feet set legislation's sovereign powers. For marking widely scattered flowers is on the banks of Ire strayed, and singing along the lingering hours a shelter in the honoured shade. Here wealth still swells the golden tide, as busy trade his labours plies. The architecture's noble pride its elegance and splendour rise. Here justice, from a native skies, high wields a balance and a rod. Their learning with eagle eyes seeks signs in a coy abode. By sons, Edina's social kind with open arms the stranger hail, their views to enlarge the liberal mind above a narrow rule veil. Attentive still the sorrow's wail, or modest merit's silent claim, never may the resources fail, and never envy blot their name. Her daughters, bright with walks adorn, the gaze the gilded summer sky, sweet as the dew, and milk-white fawn, dares a raptured thrill of joy. Fair brunette strikes the dawning eye, heaven's beauties on my fancy shine, see the sigh of love on high, and on its work indeed divine. Ere watching high the leaves alarms, where rough rude fortress gleams afar, like some bold veteran, grey in arms, mark of many a seamy scar. The ponderous wall, a massy bar, grimsing of a rugged rock, have oft withtold a sailing war, and oft repaired the invader's shock. I've awestruck fought with high tears, I viewed the noble stately dome, where Scotia's kings of other years, famed heroes, had their royal home. Alas, how changed the time to come, their name low in the dust, the hapless race whose wandering roam, a rigid lock rides out was just. Wild beats my heart to trace your steps, whose anchors toss in days of yore, through hostile ranks and ruined gaps, out Scotia's bloody lion bow. Even I, who sings in rustic lore, harped where sires have left their shed, and faced grim danger's loudest draw, put following where your fathers led. Edina, Scotia's darling seat, all hail the palaces and towers, where once beneath a monarch's feet set legislation's sovereign powers. From making widely scattered flowers, as on the banks of Ire strayed, and singing aloud the lingering hours, a shelter in the honoured shade. Address to the Shade of Thomson by Robert Burns. A virgin spring by Eden's flood unfolds a tender mantle green, or pranks the sot and frolic mood, or tunes Eolina strains between. But summer with matron grace retreats the drybough cooling shade, yet oft delighted stops to trace the progress of a spiky blade. While autumn benefactor kind, by treat erects his aged head, and sees with self-approving mind each creature on its bounty fed. For many a winter rages o'er, the hillsman's classic year flows, rousing the turbid torrents raw, or sweeping wild a waste of snows. So long, sweet poet of the year, shall bloom with wrath, who well has won, but Scotia, with exulting tear, proclaims that Thomson was the son. Address to the Toothache by Robert Burns. My curse upon your venomed sting, that shoots my tortured gums alang, and through my luck guides mony a twang, of conowning a vengeance, ching my nerves the better ping, like wrecking engines. And fever burn, or arduous freezes, rheumatic gnaw, or colzer squeezes, our neighbours sympathetic can ease the dying moan. I weave o'er our diseases, I mocks our groan. A dumber beard was saliva strickle, I throw the wheels as all the mickle, while round the fire the giglets cackle, to see me aloud, while, raving mad, I wish a heckle word that out. All the numerous human duels, a hedgiest death bargains, cutty stools, or worthy friends, wrecked I for moods, set sight to see. A chicks or knaves, or flesh, or fools, for bitterest degree. The ever place the priest hell, wherever towns the misery yell, a ringed plague the numbers tell in dreadful roar, thou Toothache, surely beest the bell among them all. All our grim mischief making cheer, that gasps the notes that is gets queer, that have mankind have dance real and gore, or shoefig, geese on the feast of Scotland's wheel, a town moon's Toothache. Addressed to the Unco Guide of a Rightly Righteous by Robert Burns. My son, these maxims make a rule, and lump them I together. Righteous as a fool, right wise another. The cleanest corn for the herbos die may haste and place a cavern, so ne'er fellow creature's life or renovate so deafen. O ye, what I say, gay yourself, say pious and say holy, you've naught to do but mark and tell your neighbours' faunts and folly, was life to like a wheel gone mill, supply we store water, the heaper, hepper, Ebbingstone, and silver clap, platter. Hear me, ye venerable counsel for poor mortals, at frequent pastors' wisdom's door for Gallic folly's portals. I, for my father's careless sakes, would hear propound defences, the donsy tricks, the black mistakes, the failings and mischances. Ye see you state with theirs compared, and shudder at the nither, and cast a moment's fair regard, what makes the mighty differ. Discount what scant occasion gave with beauty ye brighten, and what's oft more than Arthur left, you better are to hide. Think, when your castigated piles geese now and then a wallop with dragons must swains convulse with still eternal gallop. We when the tide fair your tail, right in your scut your seaway, but in tea for bail to sail, and make a Unco leeway. See social life and glee sit down in joys and unthinking, till quite transmuggle fled, their ground debauching and drinking. Would they stay so calculate, or your more dreaded hail to state, damnation of expenses? Ye high exalted virtuous dames, that up in gaudy laces, before ye gay, poor frailty names suppose to change your cases. A dear love let convenience snug a treacherous inclination, but let me whisper ye your look, ye ale-bin's nae temptation. When gently scan your brother man, so gentle as sister woman, though they may gang a cannon rank to step aside is human. One point must still be greatly dark, moving why we do it, and just as lamely can ye mark, of how perhaps we rue it. Made the heart is here alone, speedily can try us, and knows each chord its various tone, each spring its various bias, when if the balance lets be mute, we never can adjust it. What's done we partly may compute, but know not what's recited. Address to the Woodlark, by Robert Burns. Oh stay, sweet warbling woodlark, stay, nor quit for me the trembling spray, or happier lover courts the day, by soothing fond complaining. Again the tender part that I may catch the melting art, for sure that if I touch her heart, our scales may be disdaining. Say, was my little maid unkind, or heard we as the careless wind? Oh, not but laugh and sore joined, sick now to walking, thou tales the never-ending care, or speechless grief, and dark despair, for pity's sake, sweet bird in thy mare, or my poor heart is broken. Fond kiss, by Robert Burns. Fond kiss, and when we sever, farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I wage we. Who shall say that fortune grieves him, while the star of hope she leaves him? Me that cheerful twinkle lights me, dark despair round benights me. I ne'er blame my partial fancy, nothing could resist my Nancy, but to see her was to love her, love but her, and love forever. Had we never loved so kindly, had we never loved so blindly, never met or never parted, we had never been broken-hearted. Fare thee well, thou first and fairest, fare thee well, thou best and dearest. Thine be alike joy and treasure, peace, enjoyment, laugh, and pleasure. Fond kiss, and when we sever, farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. Woe's me, my mother dear, Robert Burns. Woe's me, my mother dear, when of strife you've borne me, for sair contention I won't bear, the hate with violence scorn me, and I could lend on bill or band at 5%, but blessed me, and borrowing on the fiver hand, the deal and ain but trust me. And I a coin the night right, by fortune quite discarded, you see who I am, day and night, by let and less blackguarded. Although he has left me, by Robert Burns. Although he has left me for great overseer, I dinna envy him the gains he can win. I rather that be a villate or my sorrow than ever I acted so faithless to him. Anna, by Robert Burns. His train had a pin to wine, a place where bodies so nah. His train lay on his breast, to mine the raven locks of Anna. Hung the Jew in wilderness, rejoicing o'er his manna, was never to my honey bliss upon the lips of Anna. Your monarchs take the east and west, from Indus to Savannah, give me with my straining grace the melting form of Anna. They'll spice imperial charms, an empress or sultana, while dying raptures in her arms, a give and take with Anna. War thou flaunting god of day, or war thou pale Diana, ilk's thy gay height, thy twinkling grey, and I'm to meet my Anna. Come in thy raven plumage, night, sun, moon, and stars withdrawn are, and bring an angel pen to write, but transport we my Anna. Anna, thy charms, by Robert Burns. Anna, thy charms my bosom fire, waste my soul with care. Ah, how bootless to admire than faded to despair. Yet in thy presence, lovely fair, to hope may be forgiven, for sure 'twill impair us to despair, so much in sight of heaven. Apology for declining an invitation to dine, by Robert Burns. No more of your guests, be they titled or not, and Cocker refers to a nation who is proof to thy personal converse and wit, is proof to all other temptation. Auld Lang Syne, by Robert Burns. Should old acquaintance be forgotten, ne'er brought to mind, old acquaintance be forgotten, days so long sin. For old lang sins, my dear, for old lang sins, we take a cup of kindness, yet for old lang sins. We two her round about the brass and put a gowans fine, if one not mourning the fits in old lang sin. For old lang sin, my dear, for old lang sin, we take a cup of kindness, yet for old long sin. We two her paid it in the burn when summer days were prime, but cease between us braid her rose and old lang sin. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. And there's a hand, my trusty friend, gives a hand of wine, we'll two the cup to friendships grow for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. And surely you'll be your pin stopped, as sure as I'll be mine, we'll take a ride co-wearable for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Auld Rob Morris, by Robert Burns. As Auld Rob Morris had once in yon glen, he's the king of the fellows and the old men. He has gout in his coffers and housen and ken, the bonny lassie is darling and near. So fresh as the morning, the fairest on May, she's sweet as the evening and warm the new hay. As blithe and as artless as the lambs on the lea, and dear to my heart as the leash of my eye. How she's Harris, old Robin's a lair, Daddy has not but a courthouse and yard. A warlike me more now hope to come speed, once on height that will soon be my date. The day comes to me but delight brings me nen, and niche comes to me but rest it is gain. I wander my lane like a night-troubled ghost, and as sighs my heart it would burst in my breast. Oh, had she but been of a lower degree, I then might hope she would smiled upon me. How past describing had then been my bliss, as now my distraction of words can express. Awa Whigs Awa, by Robert Burns. Our frizzles flourish fresh and fair, and bonny bloomed our roses, and rigs came like a frost in June and wither their our posies. Awa Whigs Awa, Awa Whigs Awa, ye but a peck o' traitor loans, ye'll do nae guided Ancient crowns fan with dust, they blind them with a stew out, and read their names in his black book, but give away the port. Awa Whigs Awa, Awa Whigs Awa, ye but a peck o' traitor loans, ye do nae guided Our said decaying church and state surpasses my describing, which care our eyes for a curse we had done with rhyming. Awa Whigs Awa, Awa Whigs Awa, ye but a peck o' traitors' loans, ye do nae guided Grim vengeance, long as the hand and nip, while you may seem walker, guide help for Dave and royal heads a handle like a mock. Awa Whigs Awa, Awa Whigs Awa, ye but a peck o' traitor loans, ye do nae guided Ballad on the American War, by Robert Burns. Guilford good a pilot stood and to a Helen Fraw man, and ne'er he began a plea with an American man. We up we get the Mescan patent and the seated jawman, and in a lesson for Congress, and quite refused a lawman. And fro the lakes Montgomery takes, and what he was no slow man, Don Lois Bernie took a turn and Carleton did Carmen, but yet about Jack he at Quebec, Gomery like the farm man, his sword in hand before his band among his enemies are men. Put him engaged within a cage, was kept at Boston, man. Then Willie Howe took off and off Philadelphia, man. We sword and Garney fought a sin, guide question blood to draw, man. But New York with knife and fork, so loiny hacked man. Woke go and get up like spurn whip till Fraser brave that farman, then lost his way, a misty day, in Saratoga showman. Cornwallis fought as long he stored into the buckskin clawman, but Clinton's clave, for us to save, he hung it to the warman. When Montagu and Guilford came, began to fear a farman, and Sackville stood with door, a German chief to throw man, for Paddy Burke, like any Turk, a mercy had at a man. Charlie Fox flew by the box, and lost his tinker jaw man. Rockingham took up the game, till death did on him care man. And Shelburne meek held up his cheek, conformed to gospel law man. St. Joseph boys, we driving noise, we did his measures from men, for North and Fox united stocks and warm to the war man. When clubs and hearts were Charlie's carters, he swept the stakes our men. There were diamonds acre of Indian race, let him as hair forks pass men. The Saxon lads we ploughed palast, on Chatham's boy did carmen, on Scotland drew her pipe and blew up Willie Warber man. Behind the frown when Grenville's gone, a secret word heard who men, while sleet thunders arose the class beneath Roman warmen. Chatham's rave on heavenly grave, inspired Bardi's star man, with kindling eyes cried, Willie rise, would I have fear of a man? But word and blow, nor fox and co, quoth Willie like a barman, with the von race and coast the place behind him in a raw man. And Culloden threw by the drone, and did he whittle draw man, and swore through root, through dirt and blood, to make it guide and law man.
Banks of Forth by Robert Burns. Awake, my love, my gentle ray. The sun returning glads the day. Awake the balmy sever blows, the hawthorn blooms, the daisy glows. The trees we chain with verdant pride, the turtle whose is tender bright, to laugh each warmer tune the song, and forth and dimlets glides along. Or more than blooming daisy fair, more fragrant than vernal air, more gentle than the turtle dove, or streams that murmur through the grove. We think that all is on the wing, these pleasures wait on wasting spring, when came the transient bliss and joy, nor sure what sleets so first will cloy.
Bannocks or beer meal by Robert Burns. War in a brewery will first cry a parley, nevertheless we the Bannocks or barley. Bannocks or beer meal, Bannocks or barley, here's the Highlands man, Bannocks or barley. War in his war days were royal to Charlie, war but the lads we the Bannocks or barley. Bannocks or beer meal, Bannocks or barley, here's to the Highlands man, Bannocks or barley. Behold my love for green the groves by Robert Burns. Behold my love for green the groves, the primrose banks how fair, a balmy gale to wake the flowers and wave her flowing hair. The lavrock shuns the palace gay, or the cottage sings, for nature smiles as sweet a ween to shepherds as to kings. Let minstrels weave a skilful string in law delighted hair. The shepherd stops his simple reed blithe the Bergen shore. A princely revel makes the way, a rustic dance we scorn, and their hearts as light as ours beneath the milk-white thorn. A shepherd in the flowery glen, in shepherd's phrase will woo, the courtier tells a finer tale, but is as hard as true. With wildwood flowers I've put to deck, with spotless breast the wine, the courtier gems the witness laugh, but his no laugh like mine. Behold the hour, the boat arrive, by Robert Burns. Behold the hour, the boat arrive. My dearest Nancy, oh farewell. The word fairy can I survive, fairy whom my hair loved so well. Endless and deep shall be my grief, and a ray of comfort shall I see, at his most precious dear belief, and thou wilt still remember me. Along the solitary shore, a flitting seafowl around me cry, because a rolling dashing roar roused to turn my wishful eye. Happy the Indian grove, I'd say, when our Nancy's path shall be, or through your sweets she holds her way, or tell me, does she muse on me? Bessy and her spinning wheel by Robert Burns. O leese me on my spinning wheel, and leese me on my rock and reel, fra tap to tap that cleats me bien, and helps me beer and warm it een. I'll set me down and sing and spin, while late descants the simmer sun, blessed be content, milk and meal, or leaves me on my spinning wheel. And I can't the brunette strut meet below my ticket coat, the scanted Birkenhof and wide across the pole the arms unite, I like to scream the birdie's nest, and the fishes call a rest. The sun blinks kindly in the bale, the Blythe turn my spinning wheel, and lofty eggs the cushers wail, and echo coons the doleful tale. The lind whites and the hazel brass, delighted, river ivers lace, crack among the claver hay, the partridge whirling o'er the lay. The swallow jingled round my shield, amused me at my spinning wheel. We smote to sell, and less to buy a boon distress below envy, and while we leave this humble state, for our pride or our the great. Amid their flaring idle toys, amid their cumbrous dinsome joys, can they the peace and pleasure feel of Bessy at her spinning wheel?
Bed Sweet Blossom by Robert Burns. No more I court the town beat fair, who shines in artificial beauty, for native charms without compare, claim all my love, respect, and tutor. O my bonny bed sweet blossom, was I a king's approach worthy, from off a verdant couch at Beery, to grace a faithful lover's bosom. Yet ask me where those beauties lie, I cannot say in smile or dimple, in blooming cheek or radiant eye. 'Tis happy nature, wild and simple, all my bonny bed. Let dainty bukes for ladies pine, and sight and numbers tried and common. Ye goods, one darling wish be mine, and all I ask is lovely woman, all my bonny bed. Come, dearest girl, a rosy bowl, like a bright eye with pleasure dancing. My heaven art also take my soul, with rapture every sense entrancing, all my bonny bed.
Where, O Bonie Ann, by Robert Burns. A gallant's bride, a ready ride, beware Bonie Ann, her comely face, her full grace, her heart she will trepan. Her eyes so bright like stars by night, her skin is like the swan, simple like the gentle ways of sweetly ye might span. You've grace and love attended, more and pleasure leads for Ben, and I have charms and conquering arms, away from Bonie Ann. Captive bands may chain the hands, but love enslaves the man. A gallant spur I rid you beware Bonie Ann. Blythe for She by Robert Burns. Borgte die gras wie ekern Jos bangs the broken shore, Parfum was the bonny less, the brass of your saw. Blythe Mary was she, Blythe for she but been, Blythe by the banks of Fern, and Blythe from glen to glen. Her looks were like a flower in me, her smile was like a summer morn, she tripped by the banks of Fern, as lights a bird upon a fawn. Blythe Mary was she, Blythe for she but and een, Blythe by the banks of Fern, and Blythe from glen to glen. Bonny face that was as meek as one lamp upon the lea, the evening sun was ne'er so sweet as was the blink of her sea. Blythe Mary was she, Blythe for she but and ben, Blythe by the banks of Erne, and Blythe from glen to glen. The Highland hills, a wondered wide o'er the lowlands I have been, as there was the blithest less that ever trod that you agree. Blythe Mary was she, Blythe for she but and ben, Blythe by the banks of Erne, and Blythe from glen to glen. Bonie Dundee by Robert Burns. My blessings upon thy sweet wee lippy, my blessings upon thy bree, thy smiles are sair like my Blythe sutga leddy, thou art the dear to me. I'll bake a bow on your bonny banks, what I rins wimplen by so clear, I'll cleed thee in the tartan so fine, make the man like the daddy dear. Bonie Jean by Robert Burns. There was a lesson she was fair, at Kirko Market to be seen, our first mates the met, the first mate was Bonie Jean. As she wrought her memories walk, her eyes she sang so merrily, a oblivious bird upon the bush, her air light a hard when she. Hawks the rob for tender joys that bless the little live-white's nest, and frost the blight the fairest flowers, and laugh a break the soundest rest. Young Robbie was the bravest lad, the flower and pride of all the glen, he had owls and sheep and kine, one neggies and I not hen. I gaed with Jenny to the friste, he danced with Jenny on the down, and lang and witless Jenny wist, her heart was tinder piece for stone. Some bosom of a stream, the moonbeam dwells at Ueen, so trembling pure was tender laughter from the breast of Bonie Jean. Now she works to memory's walk, as she sighs with care and pain, it wist not what the ail might be, or what might make her reel again. But did not Jenny's heart look right, and didn't joy blink at her eye, as Robbie told her tale of love and e'en on the lily lee? The sun was sinking, and the best the birds sing sweet in Naker Grove, his cheek to hers they fondled, and whispered was his tale of love. O Jenny fair, I love thee dear, O canst for thing to fancy me? O will for thee for mommy's cot and learn to tend the farms with me? And bear thou shalt not judge, and nothing else to trouble thee, I'd stray among the heather's bells and tend the waving corn with me. And what could honest Jenny do? She had no will to say him na, and then she blushed a sweet consent, and love was there between them two. Bonnie Leslie by Robert Burns. O saw ye Bonnie Leslie as she cared of the border? She gan like Alexander to spread her conquest farther. The acre is to love her, and love her but forever. For nature made her what she is, and ne'er made seek her never. Thou art a fair queen, fair Leslie, where subjects be before thee. Thou art divine, fair Leslie, the hearts of men adore thee. Daily could na scape thee, or aught that wet belang thee, yet look into thy bonny face and say, I cannot wring thee. Powers the boon will tend thee, misfortune stand steer thee, what like themselves say lovely, but ill they'll never let near thee. Return again, fair Leslie, return to Caledonia, and we may break we hair less, as none again say Bonie.
Braving angry winter storms by Robert Burns. Where braving angry winter storms, a lovely ochre's rise, fan a shade by Peggy's charms, first blessed my wandering eyes. As one who by some savage stream a lonely gem surveys, astonished doubly marks its beam of art's most polished place. Blessed be the wild, squeezed the shade, and blessed the day and hour, where Peggy's charms I first surveyed, when first there failed their power. The tyrant death, with grim control, may seize my fleeting breath, but tearing Peggy from my soul must be a stronger death. But lately seen by Robert Burns. But lately seen in gladsome green, the woods rejoice the day, for gentle showers and laughing flowers, and double pride were gay. But now our joys are fled, on winter blast Awa, yet maiden May in rich array again shall bring them aye. But my white pow, like Heimdall vow, shall melt the snores of age. My trunk of Eald, but bliss or beard, sinks in time's wintry rage. Our age has weary days, and nights of sleepless pain. A golden time, O youthful prime, where comes thou not again.
Garvey goes to the nose by Robert Burns. As I get down the water's side, there met my shepherd led, heard me sweetly in his plate that he cut me his terry. Garvey goes to the nose, carving where the heather grows, carving with the Bonie Jean, my Bonie Dundee. With you going down the water's side and see the waves as sweet a glide, beneath the hazel spreading white, the moon is shining full clearly. Garvey goes to the nose, carving where the heather grows, carving with the Bonie Jean, my Bonie Dundee. Here's all the gowns and ribbons made to carve leather strewn upon her feet. My arms here lie and sleep, and here shall be my dearie. Garvey goes to the nose, carving where the heather grows, carving with the Bonie Jean, my Bonie Dundee. If you'll but stand to what you have said, I'll ging with thee, my shepherd led, and ye may row me in your plate, and I shall be your dearie. Garvey goes to the nose, carving with the heather grows, carving with the Bonie Jean, my Bonie Dundee. A waters wimple to the sea, while they blinks in the lifts a he, till clay cold death shall blend me air, your soul be my dearie. Garvey goes to the nose, carving with the heather grows, carving with the Bonie Jean, my Bonie Dundee. Caledonia by Robert Burns. There was once a day, but old time was when young, that brave Caledonia, the chief of the line, whom some of your northern deities sprung, who knows not that brave Caledonia's divine, from tree to the Orcades was her domain, to hunt or to pasture or do what she would. Heavenly relations had fixed her reign, and pledged her their good head to warn it good. A lambkin in peace, but a lion in war, the pride of a kindred the Herion grew. A grandsire old Odin triumphantly swore, where shall provoke we will encounter shall rue. With tillage or pasture at times she would sport to feed the fair flocks by a green rustling corn, but chiefly the woods were her favourite resort, her darling amusement, the hounds and the horn. Long quiet she reigned, till 5 stairs, a flight of bold eagles from Adria's strand, repeated, successive, for many long years, darkened the air, they plundered the land. The pounces were murdered, and terror their city, were conquered and ruined a world beside. She took to her heels, and the arrows that fly, the darling invaders, fled or they died. The chameleon savage disturbed her repose, with tumult, disquiet, rebellion, and strife. Rock beyond bearing, at last she arose, and robbed him at once of his hopes and his life. The Angelian lion, the terror of France, of prowling, ensanguined the sweet silver flood, but, taught by the bright Caledonian lance, he learned to fear in his own native wood. The fell harpy raven took wing from the north, the source of the seas and the dread of the shore. The wild Scandinavian boar issued forth, to wander in carnage and wallow in gore. Our countries and kingdoms their fury prevailed, no arts could appease them, no arms could repel. But brave Caledonia in vain they assailed, as larks the will can witness and uncourtly tell. Thus bold, independent, unconquered, and free, her bright course of glory for ever shall run. For brave Caledonia immortal must be. I'll prove it from Orklet as clear as the sun. Rectangle, triangle, the figure we'll choose. The upright is chance, and old time is the base. The brave Caledonians, the with the news, and ergo she'll match them, and match them always. Canst believe me was MacCafee by Robert Burns. As this the plighted fond regard was cruelly to part, MacCafee, as this thy faithful swain's reward, an aching, broken heart, MacCafee. Canst thou leave me thus, MacCafee? Canst thou leave me thus, MacCafee? Well, for knows my aching heart, and canst thou leave me thus for pity? For well ne'er such sorrow as tear, that fickle heart of thine, MacCafee. Though men's and fine vows will love thee dear, but not a love like mine, MacCafee. Canst thou leave me thus, MacCafee? Canst thou leave me thus, MacCafee? Well thou know'st my aching heart, and canst thou leave me thus for pity? Castle Gordon by Robert Burns. Streams that glide in orient plains, never bound by winter's chains, glowing here on golden sands, they are mixed with foulest stains from turners and purpled hands. These, rich the gleaming waves, I leave to tyrants and their slaves. Give me the stream that sweetly laves the banks by Castle Gordon. Spicy forests, ever grey, shading from the burning ray, hapless wretches soul to toil, of ruthless natives' sway, bent on slaughter, blood, and spoil. Woods that ever burdened wave, I leave a tyrant and a slave. Give me the groves that lofty brave the storms by Castle Gordon. Wildly here without control nature reigns and rules the whole, and with sober pants of mood, dearest to the feeling soul, she plants the forest, pours the flood. Life's potail, musing rave, and find at night a sheltering cave, where waters flow and wildwoods wave, the bonny Castle Gordon. Charlie, He's My Darling by Robert Burns. It was on a Monday morning right early in the year that Charlie came to our town, the young cavalier. And Charlie, he's my darling, my darling, my darling, Charlie, he's my darling, the young cavalier. As he was walking up the street, the city thought of you, of his by Boneless, the window looking through. And Charlie, he's my darling, my darling, my darling, Charlie, he's my darling, the young cavalier. Stair lights, he jumped up the stair, and turned at the pin, and was ready as herself to let the laddie in. Charlie, he's my darling, my darling, my darling, Charlie, he's my darling, the young cavalier. He set his Jenny on his knee, all in his Highland dress, for brawly will he can't the way to please a bonny lass. And Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling, Charlie is my darling, the young cavalier. It's up yon heavy mountain and down yon scroggy glen, you eat round the gang and welcome for Charlie and his men. And Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling, Charlie is my darling, the young cavalier. Come, let me take thee to my breast, by Robert Burns. Come, let me take thee to my breast, and pledge you ne'er shall sunder, and I shall spurn as vile as dust the world's wealth and grandeur. And do I hear my Jenny own with eager transports move her, ask for dearest life alone that I may live to love her. Was in my arms via her charms, clasp my countess treasure, I'll seek no mere or heaven to share, but seek a moment's pleasure. And by the even step when he blew I swear I'm mine forever, while the lips that seal my vow, and break it shall I never. Coming through the Rye by Robert Burns. Gin the body, meet the body, coming farewell. Gin the body, kiss the body, neek the body tell. Eke Jenny has the jockey near Ann Hilly, but let's look at me and what of the war am I? Gin the body, meet the body, coming through the town. Gin the body, kiss the body, neek the body gloom. Complimentary epigram of Maria Riddell by Robert Burns. Praise woman still, as Lord roars, deserved or not, no matter. Thee whom all my soul adores, even flattery cannot flatter. Maria, all my thought and dream inspires my vocal shell. The more I praise my lovely theme, the more the truth I tell. Dainty Davie by Robert Burns. Now rosy May comes in the flowers to deck gay green spreading bowers. Now comes in the happy hours to wonder thee my Davie. Meet me on the warlock now, Dainty Davie, where I'll spend the day with you, my ain't dear Dainty Davie. Crystal waters around us far, where birds our lovers are, with scandal breezes around us blah, are wandering thee, my Davie. Meet me on the warlock now, Dainty Davie, I'll spend the day with you, my ain't dear Dainty Davie. As purple morning starts the hair to steal upon her freely fair, and through the dews I will prepare to meet my faithful Davie. Meet me on the warlock now, Dainty Davie, I'll spend the day with you, my ain't dear Dainty Dave. Day expiring in the west, the curtains draw to nature's rest. I flee to his arms I love best, and that's my ain't dear Davie. Meet me on the warlock now, Dainty Davie, I'll spend the day with you, my ain't dear Dainty Davie. Das haughty Gaul by Robert Burns. Das haughty Gaul an invasion threat, then let the lance be burst, sir. With wooden walls upon our seasoned volunteers on shore, sir. The nif shall rin to Crosskeon, the Griffith sing and Solway, earth mid the foreign foreign British ground to rally. Or let us not, like Snarling's curse, in wrongling be divided, till slap, Cumberland, Unco loon, and we are wrong decided. The Britons let the Britain true among ourselves unite, for never but per British hands, mon British wings be right. The cattle of a Kirkstead perhaps a cloud may fail it, but dial of Fontenelle alone shall e'er can nail it. Our fathers blood the cattle bore, and were but there to spoil it. By heavens, the sacrilegious dirk shall feel beat to boil it. Wretched would have turned on in the wretched truth-sworn brother, would set the mob above the throne, may they be damned together. Who will not sing God save the King shall hang a high higher steeple, but will we sing God save the King and forget the people?
Duncan Gray by Robert Burns. Duncan Gray, come here to woo. Ha ha, the wooing ode, on Blythe night on the river full. Ha ha, the wooing ode, Maggie coast her head full high, looked askant and Unco sigh. God put Duncan stand by. Ha ha, the wooing ode. Duncan fleeched and Duncan prayed. Ha ha, the wooing ode. Meg was deaf as Ailsa cried. Ha ha, the wooing ode. Duncan sight babe out and in. Guid his Ian babe, Blythe and bin. Spake a whoopin' or a lin. Ha ha, the wooing ode. Time and change about the tide. Ha ha, the wooing ode. Slighted laugh is sair to bite. Ha ha, the wooing ode. Shall I, like a fool, Euphy, for half the hizzy die? She make I too, fras for me. Ha ha, the wooing ode. How it comes the doctors tell. Ha ha, wooing ode. Meg grew sick as a crude hell. Ha ha, the wooing ode. Something in her bosom rings, a relief a sight she brings, and oh, her e'en, they speak sick things. Ha ha, the wooing ode. Duncan was a low degrees. Ha ha, the wooing ode. Maggie's was a piteous case. Ha ha, the wooing ode. Duncan could na be her death, swelling pity smart as breath, our cross a candy bathe. Ha ha, the wooing ode.
Elegy on the year 1788 by Robert Burns. For lords or kings that then are mourn, e'en let them die for that they're born. Our prodigies to reflect Thomson says, as Ganderek, 88 in the my space for their events are taking place. Upward enjoyment war has left us than what the bigger wars left us. The Spanish empire's tint ahead, and my all teethless body's dead. The Tulsi's death between pit and fox, our good with wee bird cocks. The tennis game a brutal devil, but to the henbirds Unco civil. The father still has Nassic's bled, but better stuff in a cloud midden. A ministers came on the pupil, and cried till ye be hairs and lupid. For 88 you wished you were, again you obey for care and mail. Ammonia plague, ammonia peck, and can yourselves for little feck. Ye bonny laces died your ain, was them you how intent a friend. At 88 ye ken was 10, what ye ne'er had to gain again. Observe the very notes and see put off the doughtily they creep. Nay, even for the offense let us cry, for amber words are gotten dry. 88 was but a bairn, and out I hope to learn. The beardless boy I prayed to care, well now has got for daddy's chair. Handcuff Mrs. half-shake regent, but like himself a full free agent. Be sure you follow out the plan, never when he did honest man, as much better as you can. Epigram addressed to an artist by Robert Burns. Dear, I give you some advice, you'll take it no uncivil. You should not paint an angel's map, but try and paint the devil. To paint an angel's killer walk, we need vessel danger. Easy to a lang can't face, but no say well a stranger. Epigram at Brownhill Inn by Robert Burns. At Brownhill we always get dainty good cheer, and plenty of bacon each day in the year. If a thing that's nice and mostly in season, where always bacon come, tell me a reason. Epigram at Roslin Inn by Robert Burns. A blessings on ye, honest wife, I never was here before. Yourself, o care for spoon and knife, heart could not wish for more. Heaven keep your clear stirred and strive till far gone fourscore, when I toddle on through life, I gae by your door. Epigram on a country laird by Robert Burns. Bless Jesus Christ, O Carter Zeb with grateful lifted eyes, who taught that not the sound alone but body too shall rise. For had he said, the sound alone from death I will deliver, alas, alas, accordingness, and hearts verlain for ever. Epigram on parting with a kind host in the Highlands by Robert Burns. Death's dark streamer fair hour, time it surely shall come. In heaven itself I'll ask no more than just a Highland welcome. Epigram on rough roads by Robert Burns. I am now arrived thanks to the gods, for pathways rough and muddy. A certain sign that making roads is no this people's study. Although I'm not with scriptures crammed, I'm sure the Bible says that heedless sinners shall be damned unless they mend their ways. Epigram on seeing Miss Fontenelle in a favourite character by Robert Burns. Sweet, naive features, simple, wild, enchanting, I've naught of but thanks to nature, word acting but myself. Although awkward, still affected, spurning nature, torturing art. Loves and graces all rejected, then indeed those act apart. Epigram on the said occasion by Robert Burns. On Queen Artemisia, as old stories tell, deprived of a husband she loved so well, respect for the love and affection he showed her, seduced him to dusk, and she drank up the powder. but Queen never place of a different complexion, and called unto order the funeral direction, would have eat her dead lord on a slender pretence, not to show her respect, but to save the expense. Epigram to Miss Ainsley in Church by Robert Burns. Fair maid, you need not take the hint, nor idle texts pursue. 'Twas guilty sinners that he meant, not angels such as you. Epigrams against the Earl of Galloway by Robert Burns. Does one that mention a fair, flit to Galloway and find some narrow dirty dungeon cave, a picture of thy mind. No steward at war Galloway, the stewards were brave, besides, the stewards were but fools, not one of them a knave. Bright ran the line, O Galloway, for many a fair famed sire, so in the far-famed Roman way and ended in a mire. Spare me thy vengeance, Galloway, and quiet let me live, ask no kindness at thy hand, for thou hast none to give. Epitaph for Gavin Hamilton by Robert Burns. The poor man weeps, here Gavin sleeps, whom canting wretches blend, of such a sea, ere he be, may be safe to damned. Epitaph on Holy Willie by Robert Burns. Here Holy Willie's sail-worn clay takes up its last abode. His soul is some of the way of here the left-hand road. Stop we is sures again, poor silly boys see him, no wonder he's as blacks for gran observe for standing with him. Your prince and devilship I see has gotten there before ye, toned your nine-tailed cat the weasel answered for my story. A pity I will not implore, but pity ye have none, justice alas skin and mercy's day is gone. Him is Dallas, yeah, look something to your credit, a cove like him and stain your name, if it were canned ye did it. Epitaph on my ever-honored father, Robert Burns. You speak for the petty stains, draw near with pure reverence and intent. Here lie the loving husband, still remains of tender father and the generous friend. Tying heart with faith for human woe, around his heart with fear no human pride. A friend of men, the wise alone a foe, for even his failings lean to virtue's side. Fairest Maid on Devon Banks by Robert Burns. Fairest maid on Devon Banks, crystal Devon, wind and Devon. Wilt thou lay that frown aside and smile as thou would want to do? For thou knowst I love thee, dear, couldst thou to malice lend an ear? Or do not love exclaim, forbear no use a faithful lover so. Come the fairest of the fair, whose wonted smile or let me share, by the beauty self I swear, no love but one my heart shall know. Fairest maid on Devon Banks, crystal Devon, winding Devon. Wilt thou lay that frown aside and smile as thou would want to do? Farewell to Ballad by Robert Burns. The Katrine woods, the yellow scene, the flowers decayed on Katrine Lee, the laverock sung on hill or green, but nature sickened on thee. For faded groves Maria sang herself in beauty's bloom the while, and I the wildwood echoes sang the bell the blast of Ballad. Lo, in your wintry beds, ye flowers again ye flourish fresh and fair, ye birdies stamp and withering bowers, again ye charm vocal air. By hair, alas, for me nae mere, shall birdie charm or flowered smile. Farewell the bonny banks of Eye, farewell, farewell, sweet Ballad. For that by Robert Burns. Is there for honest poverty, or hangs his head in Arvid, called slavey passing by, and there be proof for Arvid. For Arvid and in Arvid, or toils obscure and Arvid, ranks but for Giernastand, the man's forgone for Arvid. And von humbly fair we dine, where Duncan Gray and Arvid gave folks the silken knaves of wine, a man's man for Arvid. For Arvid and for Arvid, the tinsel shoot and Arvid, honest man, the heirs the poorest chief for man for Arvid. Ye seven birky cat, the Lord, who struts and stares and Arvid. For hundreds worships at his word, he's but in cure for Arvid. For that and that has a ribbon star and that, the man of independence mind can look and love it a that. The king can make a belted knight and Marquis Duncan Arvid, but honest man's bonus might get fair he manner for that, for Arvid and Arvid. His dignities and Arvid, the perfect sense and pride of worth, are grander for than Arvid. Let us pray that come it may as come it shall for that sense and worth o'er the earth shall be of agree and that. For that and Arvid is come yet for that man and man the wild o'er shall Blythe be and that.
Gloomy December by Robert Burns. Ans meer hail we, wo gloomy December, ans meer hail we why sorrow and care. Sad was a parting woe makes me remember, parting with Nancy, or never to meet mere. For lovers parting, a sweet painful pleasure, all beaming mild on the soft parting hour. But to die a feeling, or farewell forever, is anguish unmingled and agony pure. Wild as a winter now chaining the forest, till the last leaf of the summer is flown, Such is the tempest has shaken my bosom, since my last hope and last comfort is gone. Still as I hail thee, thou gloomy December, still shall I hail thee, thy sorrow and care. For sad was the parting thou makes me remember, parting by Nancy O, never to meet more.
Go on, sweet bird, and soothe my care, by Robert Burns. For we in loving nature gay, for we she pours a vernal day, for me in vain is nature dressed, a joyous stranger to my breast. Grace before and after meet, by Robert Burns. O Lord, when hunger pinches sore, do thou stand us instead, and send us from the beauteous shore a tap of weatherhead. Amen. O Lord, since we have feasted thus, which we so little merit, let make not take away the flesh, and jug bring in the spirit. Amen. Grace before and after meet, by Robert Burns. O Lord, when hunger pinches sore, do thou stand us instead, and send us from the bone to store a tub of weatherhead. Amen. O Lord, since we have feasted thus, which we so little merit, let make not take away the flesh, and jug bring in the spirit. Amen. Green Grover Ashes, O, by Robert Burns. There's naught but care on every hand and every hour that passes, O, what signifies the life of man and the enough of the lasses, O. Green Grover Ashes, O, green Grover Ashes, O, the sweetest hours that I spend among the lasses, O. Would it raise my riches chase, and riches still may fly them, O, and though at last they catch them fast, their hearts can ne'er enjoy them, O. Green Grover Ashes, O, green Grover Ashes, O, the sweetest hours that e'er I spend among the lasses, O. I give me a ken, O, at een, my arms about my dairy, O, and woolly cares and woolly man, I gare tapestry, O. Green Grover Ashes, O, green Grover Ashes, O, the sweetest hours that e'er I spend among the lasses, O. For you, the dolches near the vis, ye naught but senseless asses, O. The wisest man the wall is so, he dearly loved the lasses, O. Green Grover Ashes, O, green Grover Ashes, O, the sweetest hours that I spend among the lasses, O. Old nature's words, the lovely dears, and all its works she classes, O. Apprentice hand she tried on man, and when she made the lasses, O. Green Grover Ashes, O, green Grover Ashes, O, the sweetest hours that I spend among the lasses, O. Guid with Count Lavin, by Robert Burns. Guns the day and murks the night, and air stray for the light, with island bloody stars and moon, and blue-red wines the rising sun. Then good wife corn the Lavin, the loven the Lavin, good wife corn the Lavin, and bring a coggy mare. Was wealth and these for gentlemen and simple folk mon flech and fen, and here we in air court for Eggman that's drunk a lord. Then good wife corn the Lavin, the Lavin, the Lavin, when good wife corn the Lavin, and bring the coggy mare. Corgi is the haily pool that hears the wounds of Caodul, pleasures a wanton trout, in the jinket air you'll find him out. When good wife count the Lavin, the Lavin, the Lavin, when good wife count the Lavin, and bring a cogumere.
Had I a cave, by Robert Burns. Had I a cave on some wild distant shore, where winds howl to a wave's dashing roar, where would I weep my woes, where seek my last repose, till grief my eyes should close, near to wake more. Thoughts that of womankind can't so declare, all the fond, blighted woes fleeting as air, the way in your lover high, laughed of the perjury, when in the bosom try, what peace is where.
Here's a bottle, by Robert Burns. There's nane that's blessed of humankind, but a cheerful and the gay man. Here's a bottle and an honest friend, what would you wish for mair, man? What keens before's life may end, what is share marine or care, man? And catch the moments as they fly, use them as your own, man. Leave me happiness as shy, comes not even sound, man. Here's his health and water, by Robert Burns. Although my back be at the war, and though he be the waiter, although my back be at the war, yet here's his health and water. Or gay by his wanton sights, the brolis he could flatter, till for his sake I'm slided sair, and drive a kintra clatter. And through my back be at the war, and though he be the folder, but though my back be at the war, yet here's his health and water. Hey, the dusty miller, by Robert Burns. Hey, the dusty miller and his dusty coat, he will win a shilling, or he spent a groat. Dusty was the coat, dusty was the colour, dusty was the kiss that I get frae the miller. Hey, the dusty miller and his dusty sack, leaves me on the calling, fills the dusty peck, brings the dusty siller, I'll gie my coatie for the dusty miller. Highland Mary, by Robert Burns. Here banks and braes and streams around the castle of Montgomery, green be your woods and fair your flowers. Your waters never drum lie, they simmer first and for their ropes, and where the longest tarry, for where I took the last farewell of my sweet Highland Mary. How sweetly bloomed the grey-green birk, of which her hawthorn blossom, as underneath the fragrant shade I clasped her to my bosom. The golden hours on angel wings blow on me and my dearie, for dear to me as light and life was my sweet Highland Mary. We mourned our vow and looked embrace, our parting was tender, and pleading after to meet again we tore ourselves asunder. Although fell deaths and timely frost, but it may flow as early, like greens the sodden cords the clay that wraps my Highland Mary. How pale, pale now was her rosy lips, after kissed so fondly, and close five a sparkling glance that dwelled on me so kindly. And mouldering now in silent dust, that heart that loved me dearly, but still within my bosom's care shall live my Highland Mary. How long and dreary is the night, by Robert Burns. Long and dreary is the night when I am free, my Jerry, as is the leaf the end to morn, where we ne'er so weary. For all her lonely nights are lang, and all her dreams are airy, all her widow's heart is here, that's absent fra her Jerry. Think on the light some day suspended thee, my Jerry, and what ceased between us to how can there be but airy? All her lonely nights are lang, all her dreams are airy, our widowed heart is here, that's absent fra her Jerry. How slow you move your heavy hours, the joyless day how dreary it was, and I say ye glinted by when I was wee my Jerry. For all her lonely nights are long, and all her dreams are airy, and all her widow's heart is there, but's absent fra her Jerry.
I dreamed I lay, by Robert Burns. I dreamed I lay where flowers were springing gaily in the sunny beam, listening to wild birds singing by a falling crystal stream. Straight the sky grew black and daring, through the woods the wild wind rave, trees with aged arms were whirring over the swelling drumlike wave. Such was my life's delightful morning, such the pleasure I enjoyed. But long on noon, loud tempests storming, how my flowery bliss destroyed. Though fickle fortune has devised me, she promised fair and performed but ill. Of mony a joy and hope bereaved me, a dear heart should support me still.
I get a woeful gate yes turn, by Robert Burns. I get a woeful gate yes turn, a gate the thea held dearly rue. I get my death for 'twas sweet and 'twere lovely in her bonny blue. It's not a golden ringlets bright, her lips like roses white with dew, a heaving bosom lily white, it was e'en so bonny blue. She talked, she smiled, my heart she wild, she charmed my soul, I winced to know. I was stoned for deadly won't come fly, e'en so bonny blue, had spare to speak and spare to speech, she'll aiblins listen to my woe. Should she refuse, I lay my dead to hurt by e'en so bonny blue. In the character of a ruined farmer, by Robert Burns. The sunny is sunk in the west, till creatures retire to rest, while here I sit, all so beset with sorrow, grief, and woe. And it's our fickle fortune, oh! A prosperous man is asleep, will hear silver whirlwinds sweep, but misery and I must watch, surely tempest blow, and it's our fickle fortune, oh! Where lies the dear partner of my breast, I cares for a moment at rest. Must deceive in my youthful pride, must brought so very low, and it's our fickle fortune, oh! Where lie my sweet babies in their arms, and anxious fear their little hearts' alarms, and for their sake my heart does ache, with many bitter throe, and it's our fickle fortune, oh! I once was by fortune caressed, I once could relieve the distressed, my life's poor support hardly earned, my fate will scarce bestow, and indeed so, fickle fortune, oh! No comfort I have, a welcome to me with a grief, and my wife and children dear, whither would we go, and it's our fickle fortune, oh! Whither shall I turn, our friendless forsaken forlorn, for in this world, rest in peace, I never more shall know, and it's our fickle fortune, oh! Inconstancy in Love, by Robert Burns. Let a woman will complain of inconstancy in love, and a woman will complain fickle men and apt to rove. Look abroad for nature's range, nature's mighty laws changed. Ladies would it not seem strange men should hinder monster proof. Mark the winds and mark the skies, the oceans ebb and oceans flow. Sun and moon by set or rise, round and round the seasons go. I would ask of silly men to oppose great nature's plan. We be constant but we can, you can be no more, you know. Inscription from Altar of Independence, by Robert Burns. Of an independent mind, with soul resolved, with soul resigned, word power's proudest frown to brave, who will not be, nor have a slave, Virtue alone, who darst beware, for own reproach alone does fear, approach this shrine and worship here. It was afore a Rightful King, by Robert Burns. A was for a rightful king when they left for Scotland's strand, a was for a rightful king where's the Irish land, my dear, where's the Irish land. Who has done what man can do, and has done in vain, my love and native land farewell, for I maun cross the main, my dear, for I maun cross the main. He turned him right and round about upon the Irish shore, he gave his bridle reins a shake with adieu for evermore, my dear, and adieu for evermore. The soldier fra the war returns, and the merchant fra the main. I have parted from my love, ne'er to meet again, my dear, never to meet again. Day is gone and night is come, the folk bound to sleep. I think on him that's far awa, the lealing night, and weep, my dear, the lealing night, and weep. It was upon a lemmer's night, by Robert Burns. It was upon a lemmer's night, when corn ricks are bonny, beneath the moon's unclouded light. Ere war to any, the time flew by within the seat, that between the late and early, with my persuasion she agreed to see me through the barley. O corn ricks and barley ricks, and corn ricks and bonny, I forgot that happy night among the rings the any. The sky was blue, the wind was still, the moon was shining clearly. I said I doon thee right good will among the ricks o' barley. I kent her heart was my ain, I loved her most sincerely. I kissed her o'er again among the ricks o' barley. I locked in my fond embrace, her heart was beating rarely. My blessings on that happy place among the ricks o' barley. By the moon and stars so bright, that shone with ours so clearly, she I shall bless that happy night among the ricks o' barley. A happy Blythe, your comrades there, a happy merry drinking, a happy and joyful gathering, yea, a happy and happy thinking of all the pleasures there I saw, but 3 times doubly fairly, that happy night was worth among the ricks o' barley. Jessie Levars, Jessie's illness, by Robert Burns. Say, sages, what's the charm on earth can turn death's dart aside? It is not purity and worth, it's Jessie had not died. Jessie Levars, on her recovery, by Robert Burns. But rarely seen since nature's birth the natives of the sky, yet still one service left on earth, for Jessie did not die. Jessie Levars, from Menagerie, by Robert Burns. Talk not to me of savages from Afric's burning sun, no such I could rend my heart as Jessie thou hast done. Jessie's lovely hand in mine, immutable faith to plight, not even to view the heavenly choir would be so blessed a sight. Jessie Levars, the Toast, by Robert Burns. Fill me with a rosy wine, call a toast divine. Giveth me poet's darling flame, lovely Jessie be her name, and thou mayest freely boast, thou hast given a peerless toast. John Anderson, my Joe, by Robert Burns. John Anderson, my Joe, John, and you were first acquaint, your locks so like the raven, your bonny brow was brent. But now your head's turned bald, John, your looks are like the snow, yet blessings on your frosty poor John Anderson, my Joe. John Anderson, my Joe, John, when nature thus began to try a canny hand, John, a masterwork was man, and you among them met John, said trick for top of toe, she proved to be not journey work, John Anderson, my Joe. John Anderson, my Joe, John, you were my first conceit, ye need not think it strange, John, or can ye trim it neat. Or some folks say you're old, John, I never think you so, I think ye are the same to me, John Anderson, my Joe. John Anderson, my Joe, John, you've seen our barons, and yet, my dear John Anderson, happy in your arms. And say ye and mine, John, I'm sure you'll never say no, of the days again that we have seen, John Anderson, my Joe. John Anderson, my Joe, John, what pleasure does it gie to see so many sprouts, John, spring up between you and me. I are glad the less, John, in our footsteps to go, make perfect heaven here on earth, John Anderson, my Joe. John Anderson, my Joe, John, from year to year we've passed, and soon with year more come, John, will bring us to our last. Will it never defright us, John, our hearts will ne'er our fond, while in innocent delight we live, John Anderson, my Joe. John Anderson, my Joe, John, we climb the hills together, many a candy day, John, we've had with any and never. Nigh we mourn totter down, John, but hand in hand we'll go, we'll sleep together at the foot, John Anderson, my Joe. Lines on the author's death, by Robert Burns. You of Rankine sing, lie stiff and dead, and green grassy hillock hides his head. Alas, alas, the devil's change indeed. Lines to an Old Sweetheart, by Robert Burns. Once fondly loved, and still remembered, dear, sweet old object of my youthful woes. Accept this mark of friendship, warm, sincere friendship, the soul-cold duty now allows. When you read with simple artless rhymes, one friendly sigh for him, ask no more who distant burns and flaming torrid climbs, hardly lights beneath the Atlantic roar. Lines to Mr. John Kennedy, by Robert Burns. Farewell, dear friend, may guide luck hit you, and may favourites admit you. A third detraction sure to smit you, may none believe him, and only dare that thinks to get you, good Lord, deceive him. Lines written at Dalnagradoch in the Highlands by Robert Burns. Death's dark streamer fair, or a time that surely shall come, heaven itself ask no more than just a Highland welcome. Lines written under the picture of Miss Burns by Robert Burns. Cheese, ye prudes, you envious railing, Lovely Burns his charms confess. True it is she had one failing, had a woman nevertheless.
Logan Water by Robert Burns. Our Logan sweetly did his walk light, but day I was my Willie's bride. And years since Syne her over us ran, like Logan to the summer sun. But now the flowery banks appear, like drumly winter, dark and drear, while my dear lad mourns face his face, far, far fra me and Logan's brass. Again the merry month o' May has made our hills and valleys gay. The birds rejoice in leafy bowers, the bees hum round the breathing flowers. Bluffy morning lifts his rosy eye, and evening's tears are tears of joy. My soul delightless the service, while Willie's far, fair Logan prays. Within my milk-white hawthorn bush, among the nestlings sits the thrush, her faithful mate with shell toil, or with a song her cares beguile. But I wee my sweet nursling here, now made to help, now made to cheer, us widow's nights and joyless days, while Willie's far frail Logan brace. Away upon you, man, O stay, a breathing rose to deadly hate, as ye make money a fountainhead mourn. So may it on your heats return, or can your flinty hearts enjoy the widow's tears for orphans' cry, but soon may peace bring happy days, and Willie hem to Logan brace.
Lovely young Jessie by Robert Burns. True-hearted was he, the set swine of the hero, and fair the maids on the banks of Ire. But by the sweet side of the nymph-winning river are lovers as faithful and maidens as fair. Jekyll young Jessie seeks Scotland all over. Jekyll young Jessie, you seek it in vain. Grace, beauty, and elegance fetter lover, and maidenly modesty fixes the chain. How fresh is the rose on the gay dewy morning, and sweet is the lily at evening close. But in the fair presence of lovely young Jessie, unseen is the lily and heeded the rose. Love sits in a smile, a wizard ensnaring, and throned in her e'en he delivers his law. And still to her charms she alone is a stranger, modest Amanda is the jewel of her.
Luckless Fortune by Robert Burns. A raging fortune's river blast has laid my leaf full low, oh. A raging fortune's river blast has laid my leaf full low, oh. My stem was fair, my bud was green, my blossom sweet did blow, oh. My dew fell fresh, the sun rose mild, and made my branches grow, oh. But luckless fortune's northern storms laid all my blossoms low, oh. But luckless fortune's northern streams laid all my blossoms low, oh.
Mary Morrison by Robert Burns. Oh, Mary, as thy window be, it is the wishes to the trysted hour. Smiles and glances let me see that make the missus treasure poor. A Blythe wet that bit the store, and were slave from sun to sun, could I the rich reward secure the lovely Mary Morrison. You stream when to withstand its drink, dance get through the lished hair. To thee my fancy took a wing, I said, but neither heard nor saw. For this was fair and that was blah, and yon the toasts another tone, I sighed and said among the Ye Anna Mary Morrison. Ah, Mary can't so wreck his pace, what for thy sake and what gladly he. I can't so break that heart of his, what's only fault is loving thee. If love for wills naggy, at least be pity to me shown. A fault ungentle cannot be the fault of Mary Morrison. My Bonnie Mary by Robert Burns. Go fetch to me a pin the wine and fill it in a silver tessie, that I may drink before I go service to my bonny lassie. Boatrocks at the pier leave, for the blind from the ferry, the ship rides by the Berwick and I must leave my bonny Mary. The trumpets sound, the banners fly, the glittering spears are ranked ready, the shouts of war are heard afar, the battle closes thick and bloody. But it's not the law or sea or shore that make me longer wish to tarry, nor shout the warward certifieds, leaving thee, my bonny Mary. My heart's at the Highlands by Robert Burns. Farewell to the Highlands, farewell to the North, the birthplace of all the country of worth. Wherever I wander, wherever I rove, the hills of the Highlands forever I love. My heart's in the Highlands, my heart is not here, my heart's in the Highlands, chasing the deer, chasing the wild deer and following a roe, my heart's in the Highlands wherever I go. Farewell to the mountains are covered with snow, farewell to the straths and green valleys below, farewell to the forests and wild hanging woods, farewell to the torrents and loud pouring floods. My heart's in the Highlands, my heart is not here, my heart's in the Highlands, chasing the deer, chasing the wild deer and following a roe, my heart's in the Highlands wherever I go. My Mary dear, by Robert Burns. Wo lingering star of lessening ray, wo loves to greet the early morn, again wo usherst in the day my Mary from my soul was torn. O Mary dear departed shade, where's the place of blissful rest? Seest thou the lover lowly laid, hear'st thou the groans that rend his breast? What sacred hour can I forget the hallowed grove, where by the winding ire we met, to live one day of parting love? Eternity can ne'er efface was the record's day of transport past, the image at our last embrace, our little fort we tore so last. I gurgling kissed its pebbled shore, hung with whitewood thickening grey, a fragrant birch and hawthorn o'er, twinter moors round the raptured scene. A flower spring wanton to be pressed, the birds sing love from every spray, till too soon the glowing west proclaimed the speed of winged day. Star we scenes memory wakes, and fondly broods with miser care. Time but the impression stronger makes, as streams the channels deeper were. My Mary dear departed shade, where's the place of blissful rest? Seest for the lover lowly laid, hear'st of the groans that rend his breast?
None of Logie Green, by Robert Burns. By pleasure long infected, kind heaven when least expected, by dearest path directed, the nun of Logie Green. A thousand sweets reposed him, in quiet's unruffled blossom. I found my peerless blossom, the pride of Logie Green. The city belle, perchancy, I will blame my youthful fancy, but she ne'er saw my Nancy, the pride of Logie Green. I check the wormy roses, her smile heaven discloses. No little leaf that blows is so fair on Logie Green. Yet how in breed far forgive me, your arms must near receive me. Your charms are all, believe me, eclipsed on Logie Green. Forgive my passion tender, heaven so much grace did lend her, and made my heart surrender to none o' Logie Green. No more to tone delights me, its noisy tumult fright me. I go where love invites me, to none of Logie Green. My heart shall ne'er deceive me, I ne'er in life shall leave her. In love and peace forever we live on Logie Green.
No churchman am I, by Robert Burns. No churchman am I for to rail and to ride, no statesman, no soldier to plot or to fight, no sly man of business contriving a snare for big-belted bottles for all of my care. Peer I don't envy, I give him his bow, I scorn to the peasant who ever so low, the club of good fellows like those that are here, the border like this my glory and care. Here passes squire on his brother, his horse, the centum per centum, the sit with his purse. But see you the crown how it waves in the air? There's a big-bellied bottle still eases my care. Why with my bosom alas she did die, for sweet consolation to church I did fly. I found that old Solomon proved it fair, that a big-bellied bottle secure for all care. I once was persuaded I ventured to make a letter informed me that all was the wreck. But the pursy old landlord just waddled upstairs with glorious bottle that added my cares. Life's cares, they are comforts. Maxime laid down with a bard, what they'd call him, that wore the black gown, and faith I agree with the old prick to a hair, for big-bellied bottles a heaven of a care. Or let me in these the night, answer by Robert Burns. Or tell the mere wind and rain, or brighten on me the cold disdain, back the gate ye came again, and we no let ye in you. I tell you now this the night, night, and for this the night I winna let you in you. The sneeless blast at murkest hour that round the pathless wanderers pours is not to what poor she endures, it's just it favours men. I tell you now this night, and the angst for this night I winna let you in you. The sweetest love that decked the mat, not trodden like the vilest sweat, let simple maid the lesson read, where may be her angel. I tell you now this night, ang for this night, I will let you in you. The bird that charmed the summer days, now the cruel fowler's prey, let witless trusting woman say, after fate's the same, Joe. I tell you now this night, and then for this night, I will let you in you. Or let me in these night, his question by Robert Burns. Or lest ye sleeping yet, or I waking I had wit, well I was both me hand and fit, and I would fain be in you. Or let me in this night, let me in this night, I now come back again you. Or here's one on the wind and wheat, their stabblings for the driving sleet, take pity on my very feet, and sheep me fra the rain you. Or let me in this night, or let me in this night, I now come back again you. A better blast would round me blows, unheeded howls, unheeded fasts, the coldness of the heart's the cause for my care and pine you. Oh, let me in this night, this night, oh, let me in this night, and I'll come back again you. Oh, Wordfall in the Cold Blast by Robert Burns. Oh, Wordfall in the cold blast, and yonder lee, I play thee to the angry I'd shelter thee. Or did misfortune's bitter storms around thee blow, my beard should be my bosom to share it. A word in the wildest wastes, a black and bare, the desert were paradise, if I would there. I were monarch of a globe, we beat the rain, the brightest jewel in my crown, where'd be my queen. Oh, whistle and I come to ye, my lad, by Robert Burns. Whistle and I come to ye, my lad, Father, mother, and I should come mad, for Jenny will venture the wheel, my lad. I'd verily tend when they come to court me, and come there, unless the back yet be at ye, son of the backstand that never they see, come as you were, and come into me, A whistle and I come to ye, my lad, Father, mother, and I should come mad, but Jenny will venture the wheel, my lad. A kirk or the market, ever ye meet me, gang by me as though with ye can't ne'er fly, but steam me a blink o' your bonny black eye, ye look as ye were not looking at me, yet look as ye were not looking at me. Whistle I come to ye, my lad, Father, mother, I should get mad, a gentle venture we, my lad. I won't protest what ye can have for me, and while I see my lightly my beauty I be, I caught nae never for joking ye be, for fear that you will your fancy from me, Whistle I come to ye, my lad, Father, mother, I should come mad, a gentle venture we, my lad. Out for General Washington's Birthday by Robert Burns. No Spartan knew no attic shell, no Leone I awake. This liberty's boat note as well, thy harp Columbia let me take. So gathering thousands while I sing, a broken chain exulting bring, and dashed in the turn's face, and damn to his very beard, and tell him he no more is feared, no more the despot of Columbia's race. A turn's proudest insults braved, they shout the people freed, the Highland Empire saved. Where's man's godlike form? Where's that brow erect and bold, that eye that can unmoved behold the wildest rage, the loudest storm e'er created fury dared to raise? Avaunt, poor natives ever boast, that trembles at the despot's knot, yet crouching under the iron rod, canst land the heart that struck the insulting blow. Out of man's imperial line, does boast a countenance divine? Each skulking feature answers no. But come, ye sons of liberty, Columbia's offspring, brave as free, in danger's hours the flaming in the vein ye know, and dare maintain the royalty of man. Everett of thy starry throne, surrounded by the tuneful choir, the bards that erst have struck the patriot's lyre, and roused of freeborn Britain sounds of fire, and more by England own. The ancient nations from the great design to make the test tyrants bleed, the England execrates the glorious steed. Beneath the hostile banners waving, every pank of honor braving, England in thunder coins, returns causes mine. But all cursed, how did the fiends rejoice, and hail through all the confines raise the exulting voice, at all which saw the generous English name linked with such damned deeds of everlasting shame. We Caledonia, the wild heaths among, famed for the martial deed, the heaven-taught song, that we turn with swimming eyes, where's that soul of freedom fled? Immingled with the mighty dead, beneath that hollow turf the Wallace lies, heard not Wallace, in the bed of death, ye babbling winds in silence sweep, disturb not ye the hero's sleep, nor give a coward's secret breath. Is this the ancient Caledonian form, firm as the rock, resistless as the storm? Show me that eye which shot in mortal hate, blasting the despot's proudest bearing, show me that arm which now the thundering fate crushed, usurpation's boldest daring. Dark quenched is yonder sinking star, no more that glance lightens afar, the pale-eyed arm no more whirls on the waste of war. Of Avi Erz by Robert Burns. For heavy Erz the wind can fly dearly like the west, with bonny lassie lives, the lassie I love best. The wild roads grow and rivers roll, and mony a hill between, but day and night my fancies flight, as Avi my Jean. I see her in the dewy flowers, I see her sweet and fair, I hear her in the tuneful birds, I hear her charm the air. There's not a bony flower that springs by fountain, shore, or green, there's not a bony bird that sings, but minds me o' my Jean. On a bank of flowers by Robert Burns. On a bank of flowers in a summer day, for summer lightly dressed, where youthful blooming nearly lay, with love and sleep oppressed, and really wandering through the wood, who for a favour oft it sued, he gazed, he wished, he feared, he blushed, and trembled where he stood. closed eyes like weapon sheatheth, his healed in soft repose, her lips as still as she fragrant breathed, it richer dyed the rose. The springing lily sweetly crest, while the wanton kissed her rival breast, against he wished he feared he blushed his bosom ill at rest. A robe's light waving in the breeze that in the limbs embrace, a lovely form, a native ease, all harmony and grace. Tumultuous tides his pulses roll, a faltering ardent kiss he stole. Against he wished he feared he blushed, and sighed his very soul. As flies the partridge from the brake, on fear-inspired wings, so Nelly started, half awake, away affrighted springs. While Willie followed as he should, he overtook her in the wood. He rode, he prayed, he found a maid, forgiving all and good.
On a Friend by Robert Burns. An honest man here lies at rest, as you God with his image blessed. A friend of man, a friend of truth, a friend of age and guide of youth. Few hearts like his, with virtue warmed, few hands with knowledge so informed. If has another world, he lives in bliss. Who has none, he made the best of his.
On James Griever by Robert Burns. Here lies a broken among the dead, and hopes to get salvation, if such as he in heaven may be when welcome hail damnation.
On the Seas and Far Away by Robert Burns. How can my poor heart be glad, when absent from my sailor lad? How can I the thought forgo, he's on the seas to meet the woe? Let me wander, let me rove, still my heart is with my love. Nightly dreams and thoughts by day are with him that's far away. On the seas and far away, on stormy seas and far away. Nightly dreams and thoughts by day are aye with him that's far away. And in summer's noon I faint, as wave flocks around me pant, happily in the scorching sun, my sailor's thundering at his gun. Bullets, spare my only joy, bullets, spare my darling boy. Fate, do with me what you may, spare but him that's far away. At the starless midnight hour, where winter rules with boundless power, as the storms the forests tear and thunders rend the howling air, listening to the doubling roar, surging on the rocky shore. All I can, I weep and pray for his wheel that's far away. Peace we all of want extend, and bide wild war his ravage end. Man with brother, man to meet, and as a brother kindly greet. When may heaven with prosperous gales fill my sailors' welcome sails, for my arms their charge convey. My dear, let that's far away, on the seas and far away, on stormy seas and far away. Nightly dreams and thoughts by day, I with him that's far away.
Open the door to me, oh, by Robert Burns. Oh, open the door, some pity to shew. Open the door to me, oh. For woe has been false, I'll ever prove true. Open the door to me, oh. Cold is the blast upon my pale cheek, but cold of a love for me, oh. A frost that freezes the life at my heart, I know to my pains for we, oh. The one moon is setting beyond the wide wave, and time is setting with me, oh. False friends, false love, farewell, for mere, I'll never travel them nor we, oh. She's opened the door, she's opened it wide. She sees the pale course on the plain now. My true love, she cried and sank down by his side, never to rise again, oh. Poor Maylee's Elegy by Robert Burns. Lament in rhyme, lament in prose, we saw 'tis trickling down your nose. Our Brady's fate is at the close, past the remit. The last sad cape stain of his woes, poor Meliot's dead. It's not the loss of world's gear that could sae bitter draw a tear, or make our body doughy worth a mourned weed. He's lost a friend and neighbour dear, and Melie dead. Through all the town she trotted by him, a long half mile she could descry him. We kindly bleed when she did spy him, she ran with speed, a friend more faithful ne'er came nigh him than Melie dead. And what she was, a sheep was sense, and could behave for self with men's. I'd say she never brake a fence for feverish greed, or barley lady keep suspense, and Melie's dead. Of he wonders for how her living image in her yo comes bleating till in my over known forbids her bread, and down the briny pearls row for Melie dead. She was in a ghetto more than tips, sweet watered cat and hairy hips, for forbes were broad and ships for yonder the tweed. A bonier flesh ne'er crossed her clips, and Melie dead. Why with a man, why first did shave the why wenching thing shape, it makes glad fellows gurn and gape, we jogging dread, and Robin's bonnet wave we crave for Melie dead. Are ye bards on Donny Doon, and what ye hired John the Sune? Come join the melodious croon, a Robin's reed. His heart will never get the boon, his Melie's dead. Rage and Fortune by Robert Burns. A rage and Fortune's withering blast has laid my leaf full low, oh. A rage and Fortune's withering blast has laid my leaf full low, oh. My stem was fair, bud was green, my blossoms sweet did blow, oh, but dew fell fresh, the sun rose mild, and made my branches grow. But luckless fortune's northern storms laid all my blossoms low, oh, but luckless fortune's northern storms laid all my blossoms low, oh. Remorseful Apology by Robert Burns. A friend whom, wild from wisdom's way, with fumes of wine and fury had sent, not moony madness more stray, who but deplores that hapless friend? Mine was the insensate frenzied part, or why should I such a scenes outlive? Scenes abhorrent to my heart, this wine to pity and forgive.
Roslin Castle by Robert Burns. 'Twas in the session of the year, when all things gay and sweet appear, but Colin with the morning ray arose and sung his rural lay. Of Nanny's charms the shepherd sung, the hills and dales with Nanny rung, while Roslin Castle heard the swain, and echoed back the cheerful strain. Awake, sweet muse, the breathing spring, with rapture warms, awake and sing. Awake, and join the vocal throng, and hail the morning with a song. To Nancy raise the cheerful lay, or bind to haste and come away. And sweetest smiles herself adorn, and add new graces to the morn. O hark, my love, on every spray, each feathered warbler tunes his lay. 'Tis beauty fires the ravest throng, and love inspires the mating song. When let my vanished note arise, for beauty darts from Nanny's eyes, and love my rising bosom warms, and fill my soul with sweet alarms. O come, my love, my Colin's lay, with rapture calls, O come away. Come, her music with wealth shall twine around the modest brow of fine. O highway haste, and with thee bring the beauty blooming like the spring. Those graces which divinely shine, and charms wavish heart of mine.
Saw you, my dear, my filly, by Robert Burns. Oh, saw ye, my dear, my filly, oh, saw ye, my dear, my filly. She's down i' the grove, she wear on your laugh, she winna come home to her willie. What says she, my dear, my filly, what says she, my dear, my filly? She lets thee to which she has thee forgot, and forever disowns thee, her willie. And I ne'er seen we, my filly, and I ne'er seen we, my filly, as light as the air and force as most fair, was broken the heart of her willie.
Scotch Drink by Robert Burns. Gae him strong drink until he wink, but sinking in despair, and liquor guide to fire his blood. But pressed with grief and care, we let him boast and deep carouse, by bumpers flowing over, till he forgets his loves of debts and minds his griefs no more. Let other poets raise a fracas about wines and drunken Bacchus, and crabbed names and stories wreck us in great or luck. I sing the juice Scotch beer can bake us in glass or jug. Although my muse guide all Scotch drink, wherever a rimpling roms for drink, which we brown ream over the brink, and glorious fame inspire me till lisp and wink to sing the name. Let husk weed the hawk adorn, and eight set up their orny horn, and pleasant beans at urn or morn perfume the plain, lease me on wheat from bottle corn for king or grain. On thee of Scotland chose a cot, and soaped scones for whale or foot, or trembling in the boiling flood, while kale on beef, but when thou pourest thy strong heart's blood, where woe shines chief. Food fills the wame and keeps us living, or lives a gift no worth receiving. When heavily dragged we pine and grieven, but oiled by thee the wheels o' life gae downhill screeven by little glee. Thou clearest the head o' doten leer, thou cheerest the heart o' drooping care, thou strings the nerves o' labour sere as weariest toil, or even brightens dark despair with gloomy smile. I've clad in messy silhouette, yet gentle thou erects the head, yet humble kind in time o' need. The poor man's wine, his sweet rap perished, or his breed, for kitchens fine. Thou art the life o' public haunts, but we, what were of fairs and rents, even godly meetings o' the saints, but we inspired, when gapping the beside to tents, are doubly fired. That merry night we get the corn in, or sweetly when the reams the hornin, a reeking on a New Year morning, and cock and dicker, and just a wee drip spirital burnin', and ghastly sucker. When Vulcan geysers bellows breath, and prompt together by rare grief, how rare to see the fizzle and wrath have lucked corp, when Bernawine comes on like death, and every chip. No mercy when, for iron or steel, the brawny bale, blockman shield, brings hard or wrapped by sturdy wheel, the strong for hammer, till block and study ring and reel by disown clamour. When skirling green see the light, or makes the goslip clatter bright, or fumbling cubes the dearest slide, or war for name, now Hody gets a social night, or plague for ram. Her neighbour anger at a plea, and just as what can be. Or easy can the burly breeze cement the crowel, it's a the cheapest lawyer's face to taste the bird. Alack, where my muse has reason to rate a countryman with treason, but only daily read for reason, while liquor's nice, and hardly in a winter season here's beer by price. Were worth at brandy, burning trash, Versus ammonia, a pain on brash, Prince Moon, a poor dolty drunken hash, or half his days, and sends beside all Scottish cash to her raised face. Ye Scots will wish all Scotland well, ye chief, to you my tale I tell. Poor pleckless devils like myself, it sets you ill, by bitter dreadful wines to me of foreign gill. My grovels roamed splever ranch, on goons torment him inch by inch, or twistless grantle we a glanch, or saw disdain, or draw a glass of whiskey punch, my honest man. For whiskey's sole place on pranks, except the brady grateful thanks, and wanting we, what handless cranks are my poor verses, or comes to rattle I the cranks, and I were as. The Fanitosh, or sadly lost, Scotland lament from coast to coast, no cold grips and barking host may kill us all. For loyal Forbes' charter boost is ta'en awa. For cursed horse leeched of the excise, or muck whiskey steals their price. Hold up thy hand, deal, ans, trice, where cease the blinkers, and bake them up in Brunston's peace for poor drinkers. Fortune, a foul but gamey still, her breeks is gone and whiskey gill, and rove a rhyme to rave at will. Take a rest, and deal the boat as the blind skill directs be best.
Sensibility by Robert Burns. Sensibility, how charming dearest Nancy thou canst tell, but the stress of horse arming thou lass hast known too well. Fairest flower, behold the lily blooming in the sunny ray, and the blast sweep over the valley, still prostrate in the clay. Here the woodlark charm the forest, telling hours little joys, but alas, a prey the surest to each pirate of skies. They deboard the hidden treasure, finer feelings can bestow, chords that vibrate sweetest pleasure through the deepest notes of woe. Sweet Afton by Robert Burns. Flow gently, sweet Afton, among the green grass. Flow gently, I'll sing thee song of the praise. Mary's asleep by the murmuring stream. Flow gently, sweet Afton, disturb not her dream. Stock dove whose echo resounds through the glen, ye wild whistling blackbird send yon fawny den, for green-crested lapwing, by screaming for beer, charge to disturb not my slumbering fair. How lofty, sweet Afton, thy neighbouring hills, for marked with a course of clear winning rills. The daily I wonder, as noon rises high, of flocks my merry sweet cot in my eye. How pleasant the banks and green valleys below, where wild in the woodland the primroses blow, where oftest might even weep softly, with sweet scandaled berg shades my Mary and me. By crystal stream Afton, how lovely it glides, and winds by the court where my Mary resides. A wand in the waters her snowy feet lave, as gathering sweet flowers she stems the clear wave. Flow gently, sweet Afton, among the green grass, flow gently, sweet river, the theme of my lays. The Mary's asleep by the murmuring stream, flow gently, sweet Afton, disturb not her dream. The Banks of Doon by Robert Burns. Sweet are the banks of Doon, spreading flowers of fair. Everything is blithe and glad, but I am full of care. Thou break my heart, bonny bird that sings upon the bough. Thou minds me of the happy days my world's love was true. Thou break my heart, the bonny bird that sings beside the maid. There I sat his hair I sang, and wished now on my fate. After I roofed by bonny Doon to see the woodbine twine, Egbert sang how it's loof and said they are mine. A lightsome heart I beauty rose upon its thorny tree, how for its lovers stole my rose and left the thorn with me. We lightsome heart I beauty rose upon a morn in June, and there I flourished on the morn, there was beautiful noon. Bonnie Lass of Albany by Robert Burns. My heart is war and Unco war to think upon the raging sea, and rose between a garden screen and the bonny Lass of Albany. With lovely maids of noble blood, that ruled Albion's kingdoms free, but alas for a bonny face, where I rank the Lass of Albany. A rolling tide of spreading clit, there sits an isle of high degree, and a town of fame whose princely name should grace the Lass of Albany. Where's a youth, for witless youth, fills the place where she should be, we'd send him out to his native shore, bring her aid sweet Albany. Alas the day, and woe the day, a false stupor one the cree, who now commands the 1,000 lands the royal right of Albany. We daily pray, we'll nightly pray, and bend at knees most fervently, at a time may come, with pipe and drum, we'll welcome home for Albany. The Bookworms by Robert Burns. True and fruitful and spite leaves, ye maggots make your windings, but respect his lordship's taste, and spare his golden bindings.
The Brace o Ballad by Robert Burns. The Cairn woods were yellow seen, the flowers decayed on Catherine Lee. Now Loverock sawn hill or green, but nature sickened on Fee. Through faded groves Maria sang, Ursula beauties bloom the while, and ever wild wood echoes ring. Farewell the Brace o Ballad. Blow on your wintry beds, ye flowers, again you will flourish fresh and fair. Ye birdies dump and river boomers, again you'll charm the vocal air. But here, alas, for me no more shall brightly charm or flowered smile. Farewell the bony bank of air, farewell, farewell, sweet Balloch mine. The Brace o Lament by Robert Burns. Twas on a Friday afternoon, I took a trip upon Glenfron to see a concert where begin among the Brace o Lament. That day the snow lay on the Brace, bright fir boughs had rift on his race, and winter had put on a clace among the Brace of Lament. But all without was wet and cold, within we were both blithe and bold. We vocal strains were young and old among the Brace o Lament. For braw lessons out in glen, but for our names I dinna ken. I danced and sang till I grew fain among the Brace o Lament. My vocal strains were sweet and rare, nor I where dancing could compare. Assembly balls are naething mere, but concerts at Lament. Fought with youth that dressed sae gay, where music did so sweetly play. When I heard till break of day, rejoiced about Loch Lomond. Poetic fire can scarce describe the beauty without a bribe, and justice glee to ilke tried among the brass o Lomond. For me, I frankly will say, should man endure on earth for aye, I'd freely spend a perpetual day among the Brace o Lomond.
Bravo by Robert Burns. Last May a braver came down the long glen, and Samuel's love he did leave me. I said I was never hated like man, who's get them to believe me, who's get them to believe me. He stuck over darts my body back in and vowed for my love he was dead. I said he might die when he liked for Jean. Lord forgive me for lying, Lord forgive me for lying. I will stuck mail in himself of laird and married at hand there's brothers. Never loot and what I can't did or cared. Ford and my heart war offers, afford war offers. What do you think? In a fortnight or less, they take his task to garner hair. He up the gates like to my black cousin Bess. Guess ye how glad I could be her. Guess ye how glad I could be her. The next week as I petted my care, I get the dress to Digarnock. But my fine fickle wooer was where a go as I'd seen a warlock, a glowered as I'd seen a warlock. On my left shoulder I got him a blink, lest neighbours might say I was so him. A wooer he's kept as bean and drink, and what there was a steal lassie, and what there was a steal lassie. I spit from my cousin for coffee and sweet, kin she had recovered the hearing, her new shoe and fit, her all sketched and feet. Heavens, I fell a swear, my heavens, how I fell a swearing. Back for good sake, a wet be his wife, I had to kill him, we saw. So in to preserve the poor body in life, and got more about him the more, and got more about him the more. The Calf by Robert Burns. Right, sir, your text that prove it true, for heretics may laugh. For instance, where's yourself just now, God knows, an Unco calf. And should some patron be so kind as bless you, we are cook, adopt us so that when we'll find he still as great as Sturk. And that the lover's raptured hour shall ever be your lot, forbid it every heavenly power e'er should be a stud. Though when some kind connubial dear, who hadn't been adurns, the like has been, that you may wear a noble head of horns. In your luck, most Reverend James, to hear your roar and rout, few men of sense will doubt your claims to rank among the nout. And when ye number the weaver dead below grassy hillock, ye dresses them and mark your head, here lies a famous ballock. The Carden Wort, the Spinning Wort by Robert Burns. The Carden Wort, the Spinning Wort, the Warbon Wort, the Winning Wort, the lag at cost near ground that Taylor start the linen Wort. I coughed the sten no haslock wood to make a wap to Tony Wort, for Tony is my only your alarm, where's the only yet. For was looks blurred grey and for his broad bebelled the boon, I has simmer on the day the bride of the apparition. I coughed the stony hosel the woo, Make a wap to Johnny Wood, for Johnny it were only your alarm best only it. The Charming Month of May by Robert Burns. It was a charming month of May, when all the flowers were fresh and gay. One morning by the break of day, the youthful charming Chloe, from peaceful slumber she arose, girt on the mantle and the hose, and o'er the flowery mead she goes, the youthful charming Chloe. Lovely was she by the dawn, youthful Chloe, charming Chloe, tripping over the pearly lawn, the youthful charming Chloe. The fevered people you might see perched all around on every tree, and notes of sweetest melody ever hail the charming Chloe. Till painting gay the eastern skies, the glorious sun began to rise, unrivaled by radiant eyes of youthful charming Chloe. Lovely was she by the dawn, youthful Chloe, charming Chloe, during all the pearly lawn, the youthful charming Chloe.
The Day Returns by Robert Burns. The day returns, my bosom burns, the blissful day we twa did meet, o'er winter wild and tempest-toiled, near summer's sun was half so sweet. Then never pride with loads the tide, and crossed o'er the sultry line, when kindly robes, like crowns and globes, heaven gave thee more, it made thee mine. While day and night can bring me light, or nature aught of pleasure give, while joys above my mind can move, for we and we alone I live, then that grim foe of life below comes in between to make us part. The iron hand that breaks our band, it breaks my bliss, it breaks my heart.
The Deaf and Dying Words of Poor Milly by Robert Burns. As Milly and her lambs together was at a nibbin and thither, upon her clout she caused to hitch, or she was in the ditch. There groan and dying she did lie, who he came doing by. A glowing e'en and lifted hands, poor lie statue stand, he saw her days were near hand ended, but where's my heart he could not mend it. He gave bite, but nothing spake, at length for Milly's silence brake. A woe whose lamentable face appears to mourn my woeful case, dying words attend of ye, and bear them to my master dear. Tell if e'er can he keep his muck cares by a sheep, or bid him ne'er tie the mare, wi' wicked strain o' hemp or hair. I carve him out the pork or hill, and let him wander at the will. So may its flock increase and grow to score lambs, bags a woo. Tell he was a master kin, I was guide to me and mine. My dying charge shall keep my helpless lambs, I trust and we him. I would him save their harmless lives for dogs and tots and butcher knives, but give them good cow milk refill till they be fit to fend themselves, and tend my Julian and morn with heats o' hay and ribs o' corn. And may they never learn the gates of ever will one for us for pets, to sing for slaps and revelry and steer at stacks of peas or stacks of kale. So may they like the grateful bears for money ye come for the shears. The wise will give them bits of bread, a brain's gate for them when they're dead. Poor to blame my son on her, I'll bid him breathe him up with care, if he live to be at best, to hit some heavens in his breast, and warn him, whatever his name, to stay content with bows at him, and not to rein and wear his goods, like other men's disgraces brutes. Nearest me, you silly thing, good keep the frae feather string, and may we ne'er forgive up the only blessed moorland top. I keep mine to mop and man, hypocrite like myself. My brains my last breath, and your blessing with you both. You think you are mother, mine to be kind to any another. No honest you would dinna fail to tell my master my tale, and bid him burn his cursed feather, and for the pains forsket my blether. With said, poor Melly turned his head, and closed her in among the dead. The Day Came Fiddling by Robert Burns. The day came fiddling through the town, and danced with the excess man, and the cold wife cried, "Old my boon, we wish you luck, all the prize man. Make a modern brew, a drink, we dance and sing, rejoice, man, and money thanks to the milk of black tail, I dance to the excess man. There's threesome reels and foursome reels, there's hornpipes and strathspace men. At the airbest dance they came to the land, was the day with the excess man." The Fall of a Leaf by Robert Burns. The lazy mist hangs from the brow of a hill, concealing the course of a dark winding rill. Or languid the scenes late so springly appear, as autumn to winter resigns the pale year. The forests are leafless, the meadows are brown, and the gay froppery of summer has flown. Apart let me wonder, apart let me muse, how quick time is flowing, how keen fate pursues. How long I have lived, but how much lived in vain. A little of life's scanty span may remain, when aspects our time in its progress has worn, what ties cruel fate in my bosom has torn. How foolish or worst, the summit is gained, and downward, how weakened, how darkened, how pained. Life is not worth having with all it can give, but something beyond that poor man sure must live. Fornicator by Robert Burns. A drove of boys who laugh for joys, for blissful joys of lovers, and therefore if we don't explore whatever less discovers. I pray draw near, and you shall hear a welcome and a flatter. I've lately been in quarantine and proven fornicator. Before the congregation wider past the master fairly, my handsome Betsy by my side, we get our ditty rarely. Downcast I by chance spy, was made my mouth to water, was limbs so clean, where I between commenced the fornicator. In rueful face and signs so grace I put the buttock higher. The night was dark, and through the park I couldn't but convey her. Parting kiss, what could I less? Vows began to scatter. Sweet Betsy fell for lull, they ran, and I'm a fornicator. By the sun and moon has sworn, I'll for think ill care out, but while I own a single crown, she's welcome to a shout. Roguish boy has mother's joy, and darling of his letter, I for his sake one aim will take, and hardened fornicator. The Gallant Weaver by Robert Burns. Where Catherine's rowan to the sea, by Monie of Florence spreading tree, where lives the lad for me, he is a gallant weaver. I'd woo at all the nine, they get me rings and ribbons fine, I was fit my heart but twine, they get it to the weaver. Daddy's in my touch a bend, to give a lad that has the land, but my heart I add my hand and give it to the weaver. Words of choice and leafy boughs, where bees delight in opening flowers, where corn grows green in summer showers, I love my gallant weaver. The Highland Widow's Lament by Robert Burns. I am come to the low country, for to penny in my purse to buy a meal to me. It was na saying the Highland hills, and a woman in the country white so happy was as me. And I had a score key, feeding on yon hillside and giving milk to me. They had 30 ewes, skipping on yon bony nose, and casting woe to me. I was the happiest of the clan, sair may I repine, Donald was the bravest man, and Donald he was mine. Till Charlie Stewart came at last, sair for to set us free, my Donald's arm was wanted when for Scotland and for me. Where fate would neither tell, right to the wronged yield, Donald to this country fell upon cold field. O Donald, a woman in the wild wilds, so wretched now as me. The Joyful Widower by Robert Burns. Married with a scolding wife the 14th of November, she made me weary of my life by one unruly member. Along did bear the heavy yoke, many griefs attended, to my comfort be it spoke now our life is ended. We lived full 21 years as man and wife together, at length for me a course as she stood, and went I know not whither. What I could guess I do profess, I speak and do not flatter, of all the woman in the world I never would come at her. Bodies bestowed with hands engraved of biter, sure soul is not in hell, there would not abide her. Ever think she so loft, and imitating thunder, for why methinks I hear her voice rending the clouds asunder. The lover's morning salute to his mistress, by Robert Burns. Sleepest thou, or wakest thou, false creature? Or he mourn nor lifts his eye, numbering ilka but which nature waters weave a tears of joy. Nor to the streaming fountain, up the heavy mountain, the hard hind and roe freely wild wand astray, and twining hazel bowers, its lave line and pours, the lave rock to the sky, askance we sang so joy, while the sun and woe rise to bless the day. Phoebus gliding the brow of morning, benches ilk darksome shade, nature gladdening and adoring, such to me my lovely maid. And from my claws parted, set she as broken-hearted, when night's gloomy shades, cloudy, dark o'ercast my sky. But when she charms my sight, the pride of beauty's light, and from my very heart the burning glory start, as when I wake to live in joy. The Ploughman by Robert Burns. The ploughman is a bonny lad, as mine is ever true yo, as garters knit below his knee, as bonnet it is blue yo. Up the ploughman lad, hame a merry ploughman, of other trades that I do ken, command me to the ploughman. My ploughman he comes hem at e'en, is often wet and way, cast up the wet, put on the dry, and got to bed my dairy. Up the arm a ploughman lad, and hame a merry ploughman, of other trades that I do ken, command me to the ploughman. I wash my ploughman's hose, and I will dress his overlay, make my ploughman's bed, and shear him late and early. When up with the arm a ploughman lad, and hame a merry ploughman, of other trades that I do ken, command me to the ploughman. I have been east, I have been west, I have been at St. Johnson's, the bonus time I serve was with ploughman Lady Dancing. Up here I'm a ploughman lad, and hame a merry ploughman, of the trades that I do can command me to the ploughman. Snow-white stockings on his legs and silver buckets glancing, I got blue bonnet on his head, and oh, but he was handsome. When up we my plowman lad, and I'm a merry plowman, off from a trade that I do king command me to the plowman. The Soldier's Return by Robert Burns. And wild horse deadly blast was blown, and gentle peace returning, morning sweet babe fatherless, and morning a widow mourning. And if the lines intended field, long I'd been a lodger, my humble knapsack, my wealth, a poor but honest soldier. A leal light heart was in my breast, my hand unsustained the plunder, and for fair Scotia hame again, a cheer on that wonder. I fought upon the banks a coil, I fought upon my Nancy, I fought upon the witching smile that caught my youthful fancy. At length I reached the bonny glen, where early life was sported. I passed the mill and trysting fawn, where Nancy oft I courted. Was biter, but my ain dear maid down by her mother's dwelling, and turned me round to hide the flood that in my eye was swelling. The altered voice quoth I, sweet lass, as sweet as yon hawthorn blossom, a happy, happy may he be, that steers to the bosom. My purse is light, I fare to king and thane that be the lodger. I've served my king and country lang, take pity on his soldier. Sae wistful she gazed on me, and lovelier was than ever. Quoth she, as such a anchor, love, forget him shall I never. Humble court and hamely fare, ye freely shall partake it. A gallant badge with dear cockade, you're welcome for the sake. She gazed, she heard it like a rose, some pale like only lily. She sang with my arms and cried, Ave my ain dear Willie. By him who made you sun and sky, by whom true love's regarded, I am the man, and thus may still true lovers be rewarded. The war's down, I come home, and find we still true-hearted, though poor and gear we rich in love, and may always never be parted. Quoth she, grant I left my gold, the mail and plenished fairly, and come my faithful sojourn led, and welcome to it dearly. For gold the merchant plows the main, the farmer plows the manor, a glorious the soldier's prize, the soldier's wealth is honor. A brave poor soldier ne'er despises, the count him as a stranger. Remember he's his country's stay, in day and hour of danger.
Song of Death by Robert Burns. Farewell, o fair day, o green earth and ye skies, no gay of bright setting sun. Farewell loves and friendships, ye dear tender ties, a race of existence is run. For a grim king of terrors, or life's gloomy foe, go frighten the coward and slave, go teach them to tremble, fail to run. But now the terrors hast woe to the brave, who strikes the dull peasant, he sinks in the dark, nor saves in the wreck of a name, who strikes the young hero a glorious mark, he falls in the blaze of his fame. The field of proud honor, our swords in our hands, our king and our country to save. While victory shines on life's last ebbing sands, oh, who would not die with the brave?
The Speech of King Robert the Bruce to his troops by Robert Burns. Scots, where Harry Wallace bled, Scots van Bruce has afterled, welcome to your gory bed or to glorious victory. Now Svete and now Sphere, see the front of battle door, see approach, proud Edward's power, Edward, chains and slavery. War will be a traitor knave, walk and fill a coward's grave, war has be a slave, traitor, coward, turn and flee. War for Scotland's king and law, freedom's sword will strongly draw, freemen stand up, freemen far Caledonia, on with me. By oppression's woes and pains, by your sons and servile chains, we will drain our dearest veins, and they shall be free. Lay the proud usurpers low, tyrants fall in every foe, liberties on every blow, forward, let us do or die. The Teardrop by Robert Burns. Where's my heart and the tears my eye? Long, long has been a stranger to me, forsaken and friendless my burden I bear, and a sweet voice of highness sounds in my ear. Love thou hast pleasures, and deep I loved, love thou hast sorrows, and I say I provide. But this bruised heart that now bleeds in my breast, I can feel by its throbbings will soon be at rest. If I were where happy I had been, down by yon stream and yon bonny castle green, for where he is wandering and musing on me, for would soon drive with heel frae his Felicie.
The Whistle by Robert Burns. I sing of a whistle of Wolf. I sing of a whistle, the pride of the North, was brought to the court of our God Scottish King, and long with his whistle old Scotland shall ring. Old Loda still ruling the arm of Fingal, the god of the bottle sent down from his horn. With whistles your challenge to Scotland get o'er, and ring them to hell, sir, when ye see me more. Old poets have sung, and old chronicles tell, what champions went true, what champions fell. The son of great Loda was conquered still, and blew on his whistle his requiem shrill, till Robert were lord of a clan and a scan, unmatched at the bottle, unconquered in war. He drank his poor godship as deep as the sea, nor tied of a Baltic drunker when he was Robert victorious the trophy has gained, which no in his house has for ages remained, till 3 noble chieftains and all of his blood for joyful constance again have renewed. 3 joyous good fellows, with hearts clear of law, shared Roach, so famous for wit, worth, and law, and trusty Grenriddle, so skilled in old coins, and gallant Sir Robert, deep read in old whites. Craig to watch began, with a tanf smooth as oil, desiring Glenriddle to yield up the spoil, or else he would muster the heats of a clan, and once more in claret try which mouse a man. By the gods of the Jansens, Glenriddle replies, before surrender so glorious prize, I'll conjure the ghost of a great rowing moor, and Bumper's horn with him 20 times or more. Sir Robert, a soldier, no speech would pretend, but he never turned his back on his foe or his friend. Sad was down the whistle of a prize for field, and knee-deep in claret he'd die or he'd yield. To the board of Glenriddle our heroes repair, so noted for dawn with sorrow and care. But for wine for welcome, not more known to fame than the sense, wit, and taste of a sweet lovely day. A bear was selected to witness the fray, and in future ages the feasts of a day. A bard who detended on sadness and splend, and wished that Paris a when yet had been. The Dine being over, the claret they played, and an avenue cork and a new spring of joy, and the bands for friendship and killing so seed, and the bands grew the tighter the more they were bed. Gay pleasure ran riot as bumpers were numbered. Bright Phoebus never witnessed so joyous a call, and yelled with relief for me was quite forlorn, till Cynthia hinted he'd find the next morn 6 bottles apiece, and we were out of the night, when gallant Sir Robert to finish the fight, till on one bumper a bottle of red, and swore threats away which my ancestor did. When worthy Glenriddle, so cautious and sage, no longer wherefore ungodly world wage, a high-rolling elder to wallow in wine, he left the full business to folks less divine. The gallant Sir Robert fought hard to the end, but who can with fate in Cornwall was content? For fate said, a hero shall perish in light. So up rose spring Phoebus, and down fell the night. Next up arose of Bard, like a prophet and drink. Carriage would soar when creation shall drink. But if foe would fosh in mortal and wine, come 1 bottle more, and have at the supply. My line, but if struggled for freedom with Bruce, shall heroes and patriots ever produce? To thine be the laurel, and mine be the bay, the field voiced one, be yon bright god of day.
The winter it is past, by Robert Burns. The winter it is past, and the summer comes at last. The small birds, they sing on every tree, and everything is glad while I am very sad, since my true love is parted from me. I rose upon the brere, where the waters running clear, may have charms for linnet of the bee, where the loves are blessed, and the hearts at rest. My true love is parted from me.
My Young Highland Rover, by Robert Burns. Loud blaw the frosty breezes, the snows the mountains cover, like winter on my sizes. Since my young Highland Rover far wanders nations over, where he go, where he stray, may heaven be his warden. With him safe, so fair, Strafes Bay and Bonie Castle Gordon. The trees now naked groaning, shall soon with leaves be hanging. The birdies doughy moaning, shall be a blithely singing, and every flower be springing. Sail rejoice the lilang day, when by his mighty warden my youth returned to fair Strafesby and Bonie Castle Gordon.
There was a bonny lass, by Robert Burns. There was a bonny lass, and a bonny lass, she loved a bonny lady dear, till was Lord Arms to our lady fra arms, with mourning a sighing tear. Over sea, over shore, where the cannons loud and roar, he still was a stranger to fear, and nor quit and quail, or his bosom sail, bonny lass, your lord so dear. The Gloomy December, by Robert Burns. And smare healthy for gloomy December, and smare healthy with sorrow and care. Sad was the parting what makes me remember, parting with Nancy on air to meet me. From lovers parting a sweet, painful pleasure, how being mild on the soft parting hour, and thy feeling of farewell forever, anguish unmingled and agony pure. While as the winter not treeing the forest, till the last leaf of the summer has flown, such as the tempest has shaken my bosom, and my last hope and last comfort is gone. Slits a hail thee with gloomy December, so shall I hail thee with sorrow and care. Or sad was a party what makes me remember parting with Nancy and near to meet me. To a Kiss by Robert Burns. Humid seal of soft affections, tenderest pledge of future bliss, dearest tie of young connections, love's first snowdrop, virgin kiss. Speaking silence, dumb confession, passion's birth and infant's play, dove-like fondness, chaste concession, glowing dawn of brighter day. Soaring joy at useless action, lingering lips the more to join. What words can ever speak affection, thrilling and sincere as wine? To a Mountain Daisy by Robert Burns. We, modest crimson-tipped flower, most met me in an evil hour, for a morn crush among the store thy slender stem. The sparrowy nose past my power for Bonie Jean. Alas, sits not thy neighbour sweet, the bonny lark companion meet, bending we ming the dewy wet, we spread breast, and up that springing Blythe to greet the purpling east. Cold blew the bitter biting north upon the early humble birth, yet cheerfully vocal linted forth amid the storm, scarce reared above the parent earth thy tender form. The flaunting flowers our gardens yield, and sheltering woods and wars much shield, where openeth a random beard, or clot or stain, and dance the histy stibble field and scene alone. There in thy scanty mantle clad, thy snowy bosom sunward spread, thou lift'st thy unassuming head and humble guise, but knowest bare up tears for bed and lover lies. Such is the fate of artless maid, she flows of a rural shade, by love's simplicity betrayed in guileless trust, till she, like we, also it is late, low the dust. Such is the fate of simple bard, on life's of ocean luckless start, unskilfully to note the dart of prudent law, till billows rage and gales blow hard and overwhelm them o'er. Such fates to suffering worths given, along with wants and woes is striven, by human pride or cunning driven, to misery's brink, till revenged of every stay but heaven he ruined sink. E'en thou who mourns the daisy's fate, that fate is by no distant date, so in ruin's planche drives the late full on thy bloom, the crushed banner of foes white shall be thy doom. To a Mouse by Robert Burns. These sleeked, crowing, timorous bestia, all the panics in thy breast, when neatness starred us, hasty, with bickering brattle, or to lave to grin and chase thee murdering paddle. I'm truly so man's dominion as broken nature's social union, and justifies that ill opinion what makes thee startled at me, thy poor earthborn companion and fellow mortal. At opener wilds, but thou may wife, what when, poor bestia, thou may live, at aim and nicker in a fraff, small request, I get a blessing we believe and never missed. We weeped housey to and ruin, it silly wasn't the winds strewn, and never know the bigger new ain of cotton green. On bleak December's winds ensuing, bathe snell and keen. For so the fields like barren waste, and the very winter come fast, and cozy here beneath the blast, wherefore to dwell till crash, the cool coat past, out through the cell. That wee bit heap or leaves and stibble has cost thee money, a very nibble. Thou wast turned old for thy trouble, but house a hold to hold the winter's sleepy dribble and crunch what cold. But Mosey, wot not the lane, in proving foresight it may be vain, the best laid schemes of mice and men again Altho glay, and leaves us now but grief and pain for promised joy. Still thou art blessed, compare with me, the present only touch of we. And ouch, I backward cast my on prospect rare, and forward what I cannot see, I guess not fear. To the Woodlark by Robert Burns. Oh stay, sweet warbling woodlark, stay, nor quit for me the trembling spray, a harmless lover courts thy lay, by soothing fond complaining. Again the tender part, that I may catch the melting art, for surely that will touch her heart, or kills me with disdaining. Say was the little maid unkind, and heard we, as the careless wind, a note but love and sore joined, sick notes woe could wait. What hell's on never-ending care, or speechless grief and dark despair? For pity's sake, sweet bird, her mare, or my poor heart is broken. Tragic Fragment by Robert Burns. All devil as I am, a damned wretch, a hardened, stubborn, unrepenting villain, still my heart melts at human wretchedness, and with sincere but unavailing sighs I view the helpless children of distress. With tears indignant I behold the oppressor, rejoicing in the honest man's destruction, whose unsubmitting heart was all his crime. Even you, ye heartless crew, I pity you, ye whom the seeming good think sin to pity. Ye poor despised abandoned vagabonds, whom vice, as usual, has turned over to ruin. Oh, but for friends and interposing heaven, I had been driven forth like you forlorn, the most detested, worthless wretch among you. O injured God, thy goodness has endowed me with talents passing most of my compeers, which I in just proportion have abused, as far surpassing other common villains, as though natural parts has given me more. Was na Bonie by Robert Burns. Sna bonny blew up was my June, for both she beef it was near mine doing. It was a smile when nobody did mind, as was bewitching, sweet stone glance of kindness. Said to her fever to hope as the night me, said to her fever to spare more to bite me. Wolf with fortune shall fate as to sever, queen shall she be in my bosom forever. Claws unbind with the passion sincerest, our heart's plight and my love all the dearest. Art the angel ne'er can alter, sooner the sun in its motion would falter. Up in the morning early, by Robert Burns. Core blows the wind frays to west, the drifters driving fairly. Sail low and shelter hear the blast, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Up the mornings now for me, up in the morning early, and sailor covered with snow, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Birds it's chittering in the fawn, a day they fare but sparely, and longs the night for aeon to morn, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Up in the morning now for me, up in the morning early, where all the hills are covered with snow, I'm sure it's winter fairly.
When I sleep, I dream, by Robert Burns. When I sleep, I dream. When I woke, I'm airy. Sleeper can I get, for thinking on my dearie. Lonely night comes on, our houses are sleeping. I think on the bonny lad, that has my heart a keeping. I walking aye and weary. Sleeper can I get, for thinking on my dearie. Lonely nights come on, our houses are sleeping. I think on my bonny lad, and I blear my eyen wi' greeting. I waken aye and weary. Sleeper can I get, for thinking on my dearie.
Where are the joys I have met, by Robert Burns. Where are the joys I have met in the morning, that danced to the lark's early song? There's the peace that awaiteth my wandering at evening in the wild woods among. No more winding the course of yon river, and marking sweet flowers so fair. No more I trace the light footsteps of pleasure, but sorrow and sad sighing care. It is that summer's forsaken our valleys, and grim surely winter is near. Now the bees humming round the gay roses proclaim it the pride of the year. Fain would I hide what I fear to discover, yet long, too well have I known. All that has caused this wreck in my bosom is Jenny, fair Jenny alone. Time cannot aid me, my griefs are immortal, no hope dare comfort bestow. Come then, enarmored and fond of my anguish, and German I'll seek in my woe. Why should we idly waste our prime, by Robert Burns. Why should we idly waste our prime repeating our oppressions? Come rose to arms, 'tis now the time to punish past transgressions. 'Tis said that kings can do no wrong, the murderous deeds deny it, and since from us the power is sprung, we have a right to try it. Now each to patriot song shall be, welcome death for liberty. Proud priests and bishops we'll translate and canonize as martyrs. The guillotine on piers shall wait, and night shall hang in garters. Our despots long have trod us down, and judges are their engines. Such wretched minions of a crown demand the people's vengeance. Today 'tis theirs, tomorrow we shall don the cap of liberty. A golden age we wend we wife, each man will be a brother, and harmony we all shall live and share the earth together. A virtue trained and lighted youth will love each fellow creature. In future years shall prove the truth, that man is good by nature. And let us toast to 3 times 3, reign of peace and liberty. Willie brewed a peck o' maut, by Robert Burns. Willie brewed a peck o' maut, and Robin Allen came to see 3 brither hearts that lay a lang night, ye wot found in crystal dee. We are na fou, we na wat woe, just a drap our ee. The cock may crow, the day may daw, and I will taste the barley brie. Here we met 3 May boys their froward be. One unite, we've may been, and money where we hope to be. We are na fou, or just a drap in our ee. The cock may crow, the day may daw, I will taste the barley brie. It's the moon like hen a horn, what's blinking and lifts the he. She shines so bright to will us hem, but by my smooth she'll wait a wee. We are na fou, just a drap in our ee. A cock may crow, the day may daw, and I will taste the barley brie. Wha first should rise to gang of war, called law and sea? Wha first beside his chair shall fall, he's the king among us free. We are na fou, just a drap in our ee. Cock may crow, the day may daw, I will taste the barley brie. Written by somebody on the window of an inn at Stirling, by Robert Burns. Here Stuarts once their glory reigned, and laws for Scotland weal ordained. But no unroofed their palace stands, where sceptres sway by other hands. Fallen indeed into the earth, whence grovelling reptiles take their birth. The injured Stuart line is gone, a race outlandish fills the throne, an idiot race to honour lost. Who know them best despise them most.
Written lines on a blank note, by Robert Burns. where warth my power, for cursed leaf, fell source o'er my woe and grief. For lack of wee I've lost my lass, for lack of wee I scrimp my glass. I see the children of affliction, unaid through the cruised restriction. I've seen the oppressed cruel smile, amid his hapless victims spoil, and for the potence we wished, to crush her Willem in the dust. For look away, I leave this much loved shore, never perhaps to greet old Scotland more.
Written on a window of the inn at Carron by Robert Burns. We come here to view your works, in hopes to be my wise, unless we gang to hell it may be no surprise. When you twirled your doors, your porter doth not hear us, as I may, should be to hell's yet come, Billy Satan says. Yon wild mossy mountains by Robert Burns. Yon wild mossy mountains, so lofty and white, that nurse in the bosom the youth of the Clyde. Where the grouse leads their coveys through the heather to feed, and the shepherd tends his flock as he pipes on his reed. A glory which dwelling the Forth's sunny shores, to me have the charms of yon wild mossy moors. For where by a lately sequestered stream, besides the sweet lassie, my fawn and my dream. Among the wild mountains should still be my path, like stream foaming down its ainy grain and narrow strath. For where we my lassie the day long I rove, while hours unheeded flee the swift hours our love. She is not the fairest, although she is fair, a nice education which mars her share, a pardon as humble can be, and I love the dear Daisy because she loves me. To beauty what man but mould yield him a price, an arm of glances and blushes and sighs, and when wit and refinement have polished her darts, but as a lower e'en as we fly to our hearts. Kindness, sweet kindness, fond sparkling E, has lustre outshining the diamond to me. The heart-beating love as I'm clasped in the arms of his Lassie's all-conquering charms.